And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Rogers, Arkansas at Mountie Stadium on the campus of Rogers High School as your Bentonville Tigers are traveling over to the eastern side of Benton County to take on the Rogers Mounties. Hello, everyone. I'm John McElroy, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Donnie Payne, and we are in week seven of Arkansas high school football. Actually, Donnie, I believe this is week 8. Is that correct? So we have 2 more regular season. So this is week 8 of regular season football here, and the Bentonville Tigers are going to be taking on an old rival in the Rogers Mounties. Well, the teams have retreated to their locker room to get the final instructions from their coaches, and the Rogers High School band is out on the field, and they are getting ready to play the national anthem. And while they do that, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate?
Nailed it!
Football is just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
All right, we welcome you back here to Rogers Mountie Stadium. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, and you're listening and watching the Bentonville Tiger pregame show as the Bentonville Tigers are getting ready to take on the Rogers Mounties here in just about 10 minutes. Well, as you can see, the Rogers Mounties High School Band is performing for the crowd here tonight, and the crowd's still filing in. A beautiful evening here in Northwest Arkansas. Fall has definitely arrived, and it is a great night for football. Well, I want to bring in my broadcast partner, Donnie Payne. And Donnie, of course, the Bentonville Tigers tonight coming into tonight's game 5-2, 3-1 in 7A West Conference play after a heartbreaker last week, a loss to the Fayetteville Bulldogs. The first time the Bulldogs had defeated the Bentonville Tigers in many, I want to say 2006 may have been the last time. So a disappointing loss, obviously, for the Tigers. But, you know, as you and I talked about at the end of the game last week, these Bentonville Tigers, they've got a lot to play for, and they sure can't. They sure couldn't, after last week, feel sorry for themselves because they're going to face a very good Rogers Mounties team tonight.
That's right, John. Rogers comes into tonight also 3-1 in conference. So this game is for control of that number 2 seed in the West, barring a Fayetteville loss, which looking at the schedule last week, I just don't see Fayetteville losing a conference game that they have left. So this game is very well could decide the number 2 seed. Rogers has vastly improved, John. 5-1 overall, 3-1 in conference, and this is a different Mountie team than we've played the last several years.
Yeah, I think you're right. Head coach Harbinson, I believe is how you say his name. He's come in here and tried to change this culture. Let's be honest, the Rogers Mounties have struggled over the past many years, but You're exactly right, Donnie. This is a team right now. You said their overall record is 6 and is it 6 and 1?
6-1, yeah.
6 and 1. Their only loss being to Fayetteville, so they come into tonight's game with a better record overall than the Bentonville Tigers, and they are 3 and 1 in conference play, just like the Bentonville Tigers. This is a team right now. Coach Harbison's got this team believing, and I think this is going to be a good test for Bentonville.
John, if the Bentonville defense is going to have to come out and play, Fayetteville's the only team that has held Rogers under 40 points this year. Rogers only scored 13 against that Fayetteville defense, but every other game they've scored over 40. It's a high-powered offense. They like to run the ball with Goodshield and Shepard. They're senior quarterback, senior running back, lots of read option, and they are going to throw. They're going to spread it out and throw the ball. They're not going to take a lot of deep shots. It's quick. It's quick hitting passes, and you better tackle, John.
So the Mounties are going to run they're going to run a spread look like most people do these days. But what you're saying is they're going to take what the defense gives them. So Bentonville is going to have to. I think they're going to have to press up on some of those receivers. They're going to have to tackle well because obviously we think Rogers is going to just try to get the ball to their athletes in space. And you're right, Noah Goodshield and the quarterback here, he's going to do a lot of read option stuff with Joshua Shepard in the backfield, who's ran really well for him. But I'll tell you, looking at this offense, Donnie, this is a very senior-laden offense. These are some guys, they took the bumps and bruises as sophomores and juniors. But a lot of seniors here, and so it's going to be a test for the Bentonville defense. But we have seen that Bentonville defense under the direction of defense coordinator Jared Cecil. We have really seen them play well at times this year. I think back to that Rockhurst game, and that defense, early on there in the season seemed to keep improving every game. You look at some of those guys over there. Rafe Stalls, he's always making a big play, it seems, at the time the defense needs it. You look at Ben Pearson, the sophomore. He got a little shaken up, I believe it was last week. But Ben Pearson's been doing a great job on that defensive line, along with Trevor Martinez, who comes in there situationally doing a great job. And then, you look at Jackson Hutchins, who had an interception last week. Hey, I think the defense for Bentonville's got the guys that can make the plays. They're just going to have to go out, read their keys and do their assignments tonight.
And the key this week, John, is tackling. To be honest, talking to some of the coaches, Bentonville did not tackle real well last week. A lot of those big Fayetteville plays were short passes, and the defense just missed a lot of tackles. So I know the guys worked on that in practice this week. Being short tacklers, don't overrun the play, break down, make the tackle. And if Bentonville does that tonight, John, they'll limit Rogers. They're not going to take a lot of deep shots. Their big plays are the quick hitters where they break a bunch of tackles and run the ball into the end zone.
Absolutely. So as we're looking out over the stadium, we can see the Rogers captains have made their way to the 50-yard line. And looking across the way there, you can see the Rogers captains right there. Let's see who those are. That's number 13. That's quarterback Noah Goodshield. Number 36, that is going to be, don't have a number 36 on the Rogers roster. Number 24.
The roster they gave us up here in the press box is missing some numbers.
Okay, don't have a number 24 on the roster, so it'll be Noah Goodshield, number 36, number 24, and then number 7, Marion Slater. And I apologize, just don't have the names on two of their captains there tonight. So those will be your Rogers captains. And looking across the way, you can see a good Bentonville crowd across the way. Of course, Tiger Nation travels well home and away. And we are awaiting the Bentonville captain. Donnie, I don't see anybody across the way on the Bentonville side yet. So still a few minutes. The clock shows just under 4 minutes until game time. And, Donnie, while we've got a moment, let's talk about the Bentonville offense. The offense last week against Fayetteville just started like wildfire. Before you knew it, it was 14-0. Fayetteville hadn't had a time to catch their breath, and all of a sudden Bentonville's up 2 touchdowns. And the offense in the first half looked fantastic. But in that second half, those running yards were hard to come by. And then we saw Drew Wright kind of shaking up a little bit. Carter Nye came in. I thought Carter Nye did a really nice job coming into a very tough situation last week. But I think we're going to have Drew Wright back again this week in full force.
John, and coming in the offense last week, first half, like I said, second week, give credit to the Fayetteville defensive staff, John. They made some really good adjustments and were able to shut the Bentonville offense down to just 2 field goals in the second half last week.
So looking across the way, as you can see, our student live stream crew doing a great job. Our captains for Bentonville is going to be number 61. I believe that is Avery Styron, offensive lineman. Number 33, Donnie Thomas. Number 21, Sean Anderson. And number 39, Luke Adams. So Adams, Anderson, Styron, and Donnie Thomas right there coming across there at the 50 to meet the Rogers captains. And we'll try to keep it right here, see if we can view the coin toss right here. Just under 3 minutes away from kickoff of tonight's game. And while we have a moment, I'd like to thank, as always do, our presenting sponsors for this year's season of Bentonville Tiger football, Foster's Roofing and Bob Morey's Auto Body. Really appreciate their support. They make these broadcasts possible. Folks, give them a chance to earn your business. Bob Morey's Auto Body, Foster Roofing. So, looks like the Rogers Mounties, they are coming out onto the field as the captains meet at midfield. See the Mounties coming in from the north side of Mountie Stadium.
Looks like Rogers won the toss, John. They're going to defer, so Bentonville's offense will start with the ball.
So the Mounties will defer their option in the second half. The Bentonville Tigers are going to get the opening kick. The Tigers will be moving, as I said in the old days, Donnie, when we first started, from left to right on your radio dial. They'll be moving from the north end zone toward the south end zone here at Rogers Mountie Stadium. And as you can see now, the Bentonville Tigers, they are entering the field, looking to pick up their 4th conference victory. And Donnie, you know, it's kind of sad for a lot of our older viewers out there. This used to be the premier rivalry in Northwest Arkansas and around the state for that matter. The Rogers Mounties, the Bentonville Tigers, used to be called the Battle of Benton County, but you know, with the growth of Northwest Arkansas and the split in schools in the district, not quite the luster it once had back when you played for Bentonville, but still there are a lot of old timers out there that, you know, you make a season by beating the Rogers Mounties.
That's right, John. Back when I played back in the 90s, this was the big game. You know, both teams, the players from both teams were told don't even dare step foot in the other town for any reason. Well, the pranks played between the schools, you know, and everything. But that is kind of that part of it has gone away recently.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's what makes high school football so great. It's just a lot of fun, and these two teams right here got a long history. So the Bentonville Tigers are going to send their kickoff return team onto the field. That's going to be number 5, Chaz Nimrod. He'll be in the middle. C.J. Brown, number 2, will be on the far side, and that'll be number 1, Josh Ficklin, to the near side. We're positioned here in the home press box here at Mountie Stadium, and you can see those 3, and they put 12 minutes on the clock. And the Mounties are getting ready to kick it away. And the kick is up. It's in the air, and that is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Tigers will begin their first possession, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
While we're getting set up here, John, other games tonight in the conference, Rogers Heritage is at Bentonville West, Harbor's at Southside, and Fayetteville is at Springdale. Another old rival game that is kind of lost some of the luster over the last few years.
The Purple Dogs versus the Red Dogs there. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so to be 1st and 10 Bentonville. And, Donnie, I believe that is Carter Nye, number 7. It's coming out as quarterback. He'll start the game now for Bentonville. Josh Ficklin set up behind him in the backfield. Give goes to Ficklin. Ficklin's going to be hit in the backfield. Ficklin's going to lose 2 or 3 yards right there on 1st down, so that'll bring up 2nd down and long. So, you know, mentioned Drew Wright a little shaken up in last week's game, Donnie, and thought he may be out here tonight, but Carter Nye is going to start the ball game. So 2nd and 13 for the Tigers from their own 17-yard line. Tigers going to split twin receivers to the right, single receiver into the boundary. They'll put Luke Adams in motion across the formation. Fake to Ficklin, and Carter Nye is going to keep it. Carter Nye with a nice little run out there. He'll push his way out to around the 27-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of around 10 yards, but it's still going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. But a nice job on the read option right there by Carter Nye. Faked it to Ficklin to the left side, and he kept it over the right side. Good read that time by the sophomore.
Well, that will, with Carter Nye, John, that's an added thing that Bentonville has right there is the running game with the quarterback.
Same formation. This time Stalls will go in motion. Give goes to Ficklin over the left side, and Ficklin is going to be hit at the 29, but he is going to stay on his feet, fall forward, and they're going to give him forward progress out to about the 32, so that'll be enough for a first down Bentonville. And Donnie, after a negative yardage play on first down, 2 good plays that time by the Bentonville Tigers.
A good job by Josh Ficklin keeping his feet and got a 5-yard gain on that on the 3rd and 3rd.
So this time, 2 wide receivers to the left. Cooper Smith going to set up to the right in the slot. Nye's going to move Ficklin over to his left side. Now Cooper Smith's going to come in motion. He's going to take it on the jet sweep. Ficklin out front blocking for him. Cooper Smith is going to pick up about 10 yards. Nice play design that time as Cooper Smith takes it on the fly sweep.
They're going to give him 11 on that one, John. So another first down.
So 1st and 10 Bentonville. So a couple of new looks by the Tigers. This time Chaz Nimrod, Cooper Smith, and I believe that is C.J. Brown. They're going to split trips right to the field side. Ficklin in the backfield. Carter Nye is going to give it to Ficklin over the left side, and Ficklin trying to find some running room over there. Doesn't find much. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
John, Rogers is keen on Josh Ficklin on first down. They had everybody up in the box expecting a run on that play.
Carter Nye gets the play from the sidelines. Rafe Stahl is going to set up over to the left side. Stack formation, receivers to the right. Give goes to Ficklin over the right side. Ficklin stiff arms. He's going to be hit at the 45. He's going to push his way forward, and Josh Ficklin is going to be tackled at the 48. And as Donnie Payne pointed out, that looks like that is going to be a face mask on the Rogers Mounties.
And that's going to be the big one.
And here is the official personal foul face mask. As you can see there, great job our live stream crew getting the call right there. 15 yards, and that will move the ball down into Mountie territory all the way to the 37-yard line. Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod going to split wide left. Josh Ficklin in the backfield just to the left of Carter Nye. Nye takes a snap, rolls to his left. He's looking to throw. Still looking. He fires, incomplete. Pass was intended for Chaz Nimrod. It was a little low, so that'll be 2nd down and 10. Of course, Chaz Nimrod, you can see him right there. Committed to the University of Tennessee. He'll be playing for the Vols next fall. So once again, Nimrod, Cooper Smith, they'll stack to the left. Ficklin in the backfield. Rafe Stahl is going to come in motion across the formation. Fake to Ficklin. Carter Nye looking to throw. He's got a man, and that is complete to Cooper Smith. What a great job by number 12.
John, outstanding job getting both feet in bounds. You only need one in high school. But great job, great focus by Cooper Smith getting that ball pulled in.
Really was. Now Bentonville wants to run a little tempo right here, quickly at the line of scrimmage. Carter Nye takes a snap, gives to Ficklin over the left side, and there is nothing there for Josh Ficklin. First one to meet him for Rogers, number 33. Well, that is Jack Green. So 2nd and 10 Bentonville. 8 minutes, 27 seconds, first quarter play. Bentonville on their first offensive possession. Smith's going to split out to the right. Chaz Nimrod, he'll split left into the boundary. Pistol formation, Ficklin behind Carter Nye. Nye, play action. He's looking to throw. He's looking to his left, and he fires incomplete. Pass was intended for number 15, Rafe Stalls. And I think that one was just thrown a little out in front of him, Donnie.
A little too far.
And it was good coverage.
It was. And looking at the film, he had Josh Ficklin wide open there in the flats, John. If he'd have just dumped it off, it'd have been a good gain. But sophomore quarterback, he saw the target he wanted, and he tried to hit the big pass.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10 now. This time Bentonville is going to go 4 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Mountie showing pressure off the edge. Carter Nye is going to roll out to his left. He's got a receiver complete at the 9.
That's Chaz.
Chaz Nimrod catches it at the 9. He's going to fight his way to about the 7-yard line, and that's going to be 1st and goal Bentonville. And, Donnie, what a play by the young sophomore, Carter Nye, to roll to his left to avoid the pressure and then find an open Chaz Nimrod for first down yardage.
Good catch by Chaz also.
Bentonville once again quickly to the line. Nye takes the snap. Gives to Ficklin over the right side. Ficklin's going to try to bounce it out. He's still on his feet. He sees end zone. Touchdown Bentonville. Josh Ficklin from 7 yards out, and Bentonville takes an early 6-0 lead. Well, Donnie Ficklin had trouble on that drive making those yards inside, off tackle. So that time he started inside. He started off tackle and then just bounced it out, and there was nothing but green pasture in front of him.
Great stiff arm to get him out there too, John.
Tymonson's extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 7 minutes, 34 seconds left to go, first quarter play, Bentonville on top, 7-0. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
All right, we are back where the Bentonville Tigers have just taken a 7-0 lead on the Rogers Mounties. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, and we are excited to bring you all of tonight's action. As you can see, Logan Thomason getting his kickoff coverage team ready to kick it away to the Mounties.
During warm-ups, the wind was blowing pretty strong out of the south, but it looks like it's kind of died down here now that the sun has gone down.
And Thomason, a high kick. That is going to be returnable, taken at the 7 by the return man for Rogers. He's going to get across the 25, and let's see. Let me get a number on that. I'll tell you who that is. That is number 10. That is Finley Bunch on the return. And as a result of Bunch's turn, Rogers is going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Well, Donnie, you and I talked about in the pregame, this is going to be the real matchup tonight. This Rogers senior-laden offense likes to spread it out, likes to kind of take what the defense gives. We'll see if these Tigers can come up with some stops right here. So it'll be number 13, Noah Goodshield, or Josh Shepard, Goodshield, quarterback. He's rolling down to his left. He's going to tuck it in and run. Goodshield is going to get across the 30. He'll push forward to the 32.
John, you saw there what Goodshield brings to this offense. The right side of the Bentonville defensive line crashed in, and he, instead of hanging in there, he just rolled out and picked it up with his feet.
And you see Rogers going to run tempo. It's 2nd down and 4 after a 6-yard pickup. They're going to get up to the line quickly and run some tempo here. Goodshield looking to throw. He's looking to his right. He doesn't find anybody. He's rolling to his left. Now he's being pursued, and he's going to be hit by Mason Middleton. A hard hit driven out of bounds, but not until Noah Goodshield picks up enough for first down yardage. As a matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, they're going to move the chains there. He was right on the marker. But they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Rogers.
Once again, John, Goodshield, as soon as he felt pressure, he just pulled the ball down and took off with his feet.
And, I think it was pretty good coverage by the Bentonville secondary. Goodshield had no one to throw to. So Goodshield now, he's going to take the snap. This time he gives to Josh Shepard. Shepard's going to bounce it out to the left side, and he's going to cross the 40 out to about the 43-yard line. Another big pickup on first down of about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Well, Donnie, so far the Rogers Mounties really been attacking the left side of that Bentonville defense. They're going to split twin receivers out to the right, single receiver into the boundary. Joshua Shepard will be the running back as Goodshield takes the snap. Fakes to Shepard. He rolls to his right. He's going to throw. He's looking deep, and he's got a man. And that is going to be touchdown Rogers, number 12. That is Cade Seldom-Ridge. So Noah Goodshield on the deep pass to Cade Seldom-Ridge. And Rogers is a point away from tying this one up.
John, Seldom-Ridge started on the left, and he had time to run all the way across the field on that pattern, and Goodshield hit him just perfectly in stride.
And it wasn't terrible coverage, Donnie. There was some safety help there. The corner was there, but I'll tell you, give credit to Noah Goodshield. He threw a great pass right where Seldom-Ridge was the only one that could catch it. Oh, they're saying, okay, Donnie,
they marked him out of bounds at the 12.
My board operator here, Addison Weinsberg, she told me they stepped out of bounds, so it's 1st and 10, and the give goes to number 6, Joshua Shepard.
Lost a yard, John. Good stop. Good penetration by the defensive line that time.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Goodshield drops back, looking to his left. Now he's going to be flushed out to his right. He's going to throw toward the end zone. And that is a touchdown. Pass was completed to number 5, Jansen Garner. And Jansen Garner on the end line of the end zone comes up with the catch, Donnie. And, again, pretty good coverage that time by Bentonville.
And good pressure. Goodshield just made a good play, John.
So it'll be number 18. Once again, I don't have an 18 on the Rogers roster. He'll be on to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and it is good. So it's 6:21 left to go. First quarter play. We're all tied up at 7. We'll be back in just a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we are back.
That's the kicker.
All right, Kel Slabba. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Slabla. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So, Kel Slabla kicking it away into the end zone, touchback. Bentonville will start 1st and 10. Well, Donnie, 6 minutes, half of the first quarter gone, 7-7. Looks like this may be shaping up to be another shootout. 2 big chunk plays there by the Rogers Mounties and into the end zone.
Drew is back in at quarterback this drive, John.
Well, that's good to see Drew Wright. Carter and I did a great job, so good to see Drew Wright now coming in. Wright's going to put a man in motion. He's going to keep it over to the left side, and Drew Wright is still on his feet. He crosses the 30. Driven out of bounds, but a nice run that time. Nice read by number 16, Drew Wright.
Oh, we got a flag, though, at the line of scrimmage, John.
Oh, boy. That's normally a holding. Well, they're talking about it right there in front of the Bentonville sideline. Still talking it over. Let's see. Well, they're kind of pointing toward Rogers. Great work there by my student camera crew right there. Catherine Lopez, Ben Nickley.
Yeah, it was a low block or a chop block on Rogers. It'll be 15 yards from the end of the run for Bentonville.
So a hit below the knees.
Yes.
Yeah, on the defense, that's kind of an interesting call there.
If you got someone, if there is it's a protection now. If
yeah.
you got someone pulling, an offensive lineman pulling, the defensive player cannot just chop them down.
Wow.
Like when we were playing, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Defensive linemen were taught to just take out a pulling guard. You can't do that anymore.
Well, that's going to move it all the way out just past the 45-yard line of Bentonville. Drew Wright takes the snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. He's looking across the middle and incomplete. Pass was intended, I believe that's Cooper Smith, number 12, was the intended receiver. And, Donnie, I'll tell you what, I don't think it was a badly thrown ball. I think Drew Wright had to put it there to get it kind of in between the Rogers defenders.
It kind of fluttered. It looked like the Rogers defender may have tipped the ball or hit his arm as he was trying to throw the ball.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. Wright hands it to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin's got a hole. Ficklin crosses midfield. He'll get inside the 45. Well, they mark it right at the 45. That'll be a pickup of 9 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Good job that time by the left side of the Bentonville offensive line.
And that time Ficklin hit that hard, John. He just took the ball, made one cut, and he was going full speed up the field.
So big play right here for the Tiger offense. 3rd and 1, single receiver to either side of the formation. Ficklin in the backfield. Wright takes a snap. Give goes to Ficklin. Big hole right there. I'll tell you what, there was a great push that time by the right side of the offensive line, Donnie. You're looking at Trevor Martinez and Jack Schulteis along with Carson Bramsey right there. They just pushed Rogers off the ball to make sure to get that yard.
Yeah, Ficklin didn't even get touched till he was to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
That was just a great explosion off the ball by the offensive line that time for Bentonville.
So 1st and 10 Bentonville. They have the ball just inside the Rogers Mountie 40-yard line. I believe that is going to be C.J. Brown and Ches Nimrod stacked to the right side. Drew Wright's going to pump fake. He's going to go long to Cooper Smith, and it is touchdown Bentonville. What kind of delayed signal there, Donnie? You knew it all along, but I was waiting on the official to call it right there. I don't know what took so long, but great pass by Drew Wright, and Cooper Smith had some space right there and was able to come down the football. And just like that, Bentonville retakes the lead, 13-7, awaiting Logan Timonson's extra point attempt. Timonson's kick is up, and it is good. And with 5 minutes, 4 seconds left to go, first quarter play, Tigers back on top, 14-7. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
All right, we are back here in Rogers where the Bentonville Tigers have retaken the lead 14-7. Drew Wright to Cooper Smith. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. And Logan Thomason once again is going to tee it up the 40 to kick it away. Tell you, this is kind of an interesting start by the Bentonville offense. Carter Nye starting the ball game, sophomore, and then Drew Wright coming in on the second series. Both quarterbacks able to move this offense down the field. And, Donnie, you kind of brought up an interesting point during the break there.
And, John, it looked like in that second drive with Drew Wright out there, the running yards for Josh Ficklin were a little bit easier to come. With Drew Wright out there, Rogers has the respect. We just saw the play action and the deep shot. With Carter Nye out there, he's a little more of a running threat. And I think when Carter was out there that first drive, Rogers was really pushing up on the offensive line.
They're
It was harder to run for Josh.
Kind of loading the box up, kind of daring the sophomore to throw it a little bit. So, yeah, kind of an interesting look there. Bentonville giving Rogers a lot to think about offensively. This time, Goodshield's going to roll to his right. Now he tries back to his left. Now back to his right. He is being pursued, and Goodshield, after it's all said and done, he's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards. We'll give him 2 on the play. Donnie, I think Goodshield ran about 35 yards to pick up 2 right there.
He dropped all the way back to the 10 before he started coming back forward, John.
So Goodshield now looking over the Rogers sideline for the play call. He's going to split Jansen Garner out to the right side. He'll have twin receivers, Joe Garner, Eli Parsons. Or I'm sorry, that's Cade Seldomridge out to the left. Goodshield looking to throw. He's being pressured. I thought for a minute we might get a block in the back right there.
He did have to dump it short of the attended receiver, John.
Good pressure that time by the Tigers. Donnie, I like what Bentonville's doing right there. I like bringing some pressure, making Goodshield make a decision right there on the fly.
And the good thing about the pressure is, John, it was right up the middle, and from both edges, the edges contained him. He was not able to get outside and use his feet to scramble.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8, a big opportunity for this Tiger defense. Goodshield sets up. He looks to his left. He's still looking. He's being pressured. He's going to get it out to Seldomridge at about the 29. Seldomridge is going to get across the 30 and out, driven out of bounds just past the 35-yard line. So the Rogers Mounties find a way there to convert on 3rd and 8.
Well, Seldenridge just came out in the flat, John, and the defense lost him out there. That's wide open, was able to run for the first down.
So 1st and 10 Mounties at their own 35-yard line. Twin receivers into the boundary, single receiver to the right. This time the give goes to Josh Shepard, and he is hammered. Who is that? That's Donnie Thomas, number 33, coming off the edge right there, and he is Johnny on the spot for that Tiger defense.
Good play by Donnie Thomas, and caught him from behind, John. That was the big thing there, was able to catch him from behind.
So 2nd down and 11. Goodshield looking to his right, now coming back to his left, and
he was down.
And
yeah, they got him. They got him that he was down.
So they were either going to get the sack or he was going to be flagged for intentional grounding right there.
His knee was clearly down when he threw that ball. The referee was right on the spot, and so that was a big loss for this Rogers offense.
So
and I'm not sure which defensive lineman pulled him down.
Looks like that is going to be about 3rd and 18. I believe that's what they'll call it. So big loss on the play, and again, another opportunity for this Tiger defense. Goodshield dropping back. Find a little pressure. He's going to try to run out of it, and he's going to throw a pass that's going to be incomplete. It was intended for number 12, Cade Seldomridge again, and honestly, Donnie, Seldomridge was open, had the ball for a moment, but just kind of bobbled it off his hands, and the Tigers are going to bring up 4th down and 18.
I don't know if he'd have been able to get the first down because he was only at the front marker when he would have caught that. But it would have been an outstanding play from Goodshield and his receiver there.
So we're going to see the first punt of the ball game. So can't see the number on that young man if he'd turned this way a little bit. He's going to punt it away. Cooper Smith.
29 was the punter.
Okay, 29. Cooper Smith's going to take it at the 41. Cooper Smith is going to be drugged down just shy of midfield. Number 19, that is Dane Williams, was the punter on that. Cooper Smith takes it at his own 41. He's able to return it for about 8 yards. Gets up to, let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it between the 48 and 49-yard line of Bentonville. So Bentonville with great field position. Carter Nye coming back out at quarterback. And, Donnie, I kind of like this, kind of giving Rogers a couple of different looks here. Sean Anderson is going to come out at running back.
Watch a speed option here.
Well, they give to Sean Anderson, trying a little inside zone right there, and nothing going for Sean Anderson. Again, he's going to Well, he's going to lose yardage.
Well, once again, John, as soon as the Rogers defense realized it was Carter Nye at quarterback, they pushed everybody up to the line of scrimmage.
So they're going to mark it back just inside the 43-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 7 or 8 yards there. So it'll be, call it 2nd down and 17. 2nd and 17. Nye takes a snap, looking to his left, looking to throw. He's got a receiver complete. That is Chaz Nimrod.
And look at him fight, John. He's going to get the first down with that effort there at the end.
Chaz Nimrod is going to be really close to the first down
They're
marker,
moving
and
the
he's
sticks.
got it. So 17-yard pickup by Chaz Nimrod. You know, Donnie saw Chaz in the hall today, and you just look at him, man. He looks the part. He looks SEC Division I football. He is a big, big guy.
When he just put his head down, John, and got the last 3 yards there to make sure they got the first down.
This time you're going to split. You're going to put Cooper Smith in the slot to the left. It's going to be Nimrod and Cooper Smith's going to come in motion to the right side. Carter Nye is going to drop back. He's being pressured. Carter Nye still on his feet, but he is sacked by number 44. I thought for a minute he was going to pull a Houdini and get out of that. Ashton Alston, number 44, credited him with the sack for the Rogers Mounties. And they'll mark it back at the Mountie 48-yard line. So 2nd and 17, so a loss of 7 on that. Boy, the Mounties kind of brought the house right there, putting a little pressure on Carter Nye.
And, you know, if you're going to blitz somebody, on a play action is a good time for the blitz.
C.J. Brown, Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod, trips right. Nye, play action. He's rolling to his right. He's trying to find some running room, and a flag comes out. Donnie, I think that's going to be a holding call on the Tigers.
But Rogers should decline it here, John. It's going to be 3rd and forever anyway.
Well, it'll be 3rd and about 16. He might have picked up a yard on that. So you got to decide, do you want 2nd and what'll probably be about 27, or do you want 3rd and 16? Donnie, I don't know. I might push him. If I'm the Rogers coach, I might push him back since they're on the Rogers side. Okay, they did decline. So they're going to take 3rd and 16. Hey, you saw what Chaz Nimrod did about 3 plays ago. This is something that Bentonville can pick up.
Q Brown's checking into the game.
Yeah, he'll come in as Luke Adams checks out. Q Brown, C.J. Brown, Chaz Nimrod, Cooper Smith. That's your receiving core on this play for the Tigers. Carter Nye looking over the Bentonville sideline, get the play call. Sean Anderson will be the tailback in the backfield. Offset pistol. Rogers showing blitz. They're bringing some pressure. Nye steps up. He throws.
Good catch.
That is complete. Who was that? That's Chaz Nimrod.
That's a first down.
I'm telling you, Donnie, I just said it. If you're that Rogers coaching staff, you probably want to back him up. You got Chaz Nimrod. He did that to you 3 plays ago. He does it again right there. Knows where the marker is. Carter Nye delivers a strike. First down, Bentonville.
Luke Wright back into the game. Q Brown checking out.
Yeah, Luke Wright. I think I said Luke Adams a while ago, Donnie. Yeah, that's number 31, Luke Wright. So Bentonville 1st and 10 at the Mountie 28. Nye looking to throw again. He's got a receiver out there in the flat. Sean Anderson's got it, and Anderson is going to get around a tackler. He's going to make his way down to around the 15-yard line before he is pushed out of bounds. A good job of Carter Nye finding Sean Anderson. Anderson was just the running back out in the flat right there. Nobody covering Anderson, and that's going to be another 1st and 10 for Bentonville at the Mountie 15.
And Bentonville's going in a hurry this play.
Nye looks to his right, throws, and fires.
That's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Yeah. Good job. Now that one hit the ground. There was a lot of bobbling going on. Oh, now the number 7 for Rogers, he's making his case to the white hat out there. But
well, even if it was a fumble, it was Chaz Nimrod that had his arm around the ball. So.
Yeah. Well, Chaz Nimrod had it, and then he flipped it up. Cooper Smith almost came down with it. And then number 7 for the Mounties, he almost scooped it up. Um,
Got a discussion here about something.
well, there and
They need to reset the play clock.
you know, here's the thing. I'm watching here the monitor from our camera crew up here, and they did a great job, and I was able to follow that play, and it definitely hit the ground. I know there's no instant replay in high school football, but that definitely hit the ground. So 2nd and 10. They're going to reset the play clock here.
Oh, they put 18 seconds on the clock because they kept it running after the incomplete.
So 2 tight ends. Now he's going to give to Anderson. Anderson's going to try to run inside zone right there. Anderson's going to push his way forward for a couple of yards, but it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
That's going to be in the end of the first quarter, John.
And as you heard Donnie say, that is the end of the first quarter of play. Bentonville on top, 14-7. We'll be back after this commercial break here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Even know I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
And welcome back to Rogers, Arkansas, to Mountie Stadium, where the Bentonville Tigers are up 14-7. As we head into the second quarter play, John McElroy, Donnie Payne here with you. And as we come back into the second quarter, Bentonville's going to have it 3rd and 7 from the Mountie 13-yard line. Okay.
There we got Rogers jumped off sides, John. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So
having an issue with our camera. They're stuck on midfield here. But Bentonville, Carter Nye was able to get Rogers to jump off sides, so it's going to be 3rd and short now.
Okay, so 3rd and 3 is what it'll be. Now he takes the snap. Give goes to Ficklin. Ficklin inside the 5. He's still on his feet. Touchdown Bentonville. Touchdown Bentonville. Josh Ficklin. And Bentonville's going to extend that lead 20-7. And folks, we apologize, having some camera issues right now. There we go. But Bentonville takes a 20-7 lead on a touchdown run by Josh Ficklin, and Logan Thomason setting up for the point after. Thomason's kick is up, and it is good. And so with 11 minutes, 54 seconds left to go, second quarter play, Tigers on top, 21-7. We'll be back in a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
All right, we welcome you back here to Rogers, where the Bentonville Tigers have taken a 21-7 lead over the Rogers Mounties. John McElroy, Donnie Payne. And Thomason's kick is in the air, and it is going to go out of bounds. Penalty flags fly. So, Donnie, what is that at the 35?
Yeah, 35 in high school.
Okay, so the Mounties will get it 1st and 10 from their own 35.
Well, they're saying it went out of bounds at the 37, so they'll actually get it up there.
Okay. So you can take it where it goes out of bounds, or if it goes out of bounds inside the 35, you get it at 35. I got it. Okay. All right, 1st and 10 Mounties. Noah Goodshield, Mountie quarterback. He's going to throw to his right, complete to Joshua Shepard. Shepard's going to take the swing pass out to the right, and he's going to get across the 45-yard line. He'll push his way out, get driven out of bounds at about the 47, and that'll be good enough for a 1st and 10. Donnie, that's what you and I kind of talked about in the pregame is, you know, the Mounties are just going to try to get the ball out to the guys in space there and let them see if they can go one-on-one, break a tackle. Twin receivers to either side of the formation. Goodshield gives the ball once again to Shepard over the right side, and Shepard is going to get to midfield. He'll cross midfield into Tiger territory.
That seemed like an awfully generous spot.
Yeah, they give him the 48 of Bentonville. Seemed like he got driven out just about the 50, but nonetheless, 2nd down and 5 for the Mounties at the Bentonville 48. Ball spotted on the right hash. Rogers moving now in the second quarter from the north end zone towards the south end zone here at Mountie Stadium. Goodshield to put 2 receivers to either side of the formation. He's got Joshua Shepard to his left in the backfield. Going to swing a lateral out to Joshua Shepard.
That's a lateral.
Get on the ball. Get on the ball,
Bentonville
Tigers.
Recovers it.
And
recovers it.
let's see if I can get the camera shot there. Let's see who recovered it there. 19. That is Nick Stone. Nick Stone comes up with the loose football, and the Bentonville Tigers are going to have great field position as Noah Goodshield threw a lateral, a backwards pass to Joshua Shepard out of the backfield. And, Donnie, I'm not so sure that might not have tried to been a double pass right there.
And they had set it up earlier. It was the same play.
Yeah.
They ran to the right side for the first down on the first play. It may have been a double pass, but the ball thrown to the receiver, John, was just a little too far behind him, and that ball is definitely backwards.
So to be 1st and 10 Bentonville from the Rogers Mountie 40-yard line. Drew Wright will be your Bentonville signal caller. He'll have Josh Ficklin in the backfield.
I believe that's Chris.
Chris
Collier-Surley.
Okay, Chris Collier-Surley. Sorry about that. Give goes to Collier-Surley. Collier-Surley finds some running room, starts to his left, makes a good cut back to his right, and Collier-Surley on his first carry of the ball game is going to pick up 7 yards where it'll be 2nd and 3.
Good run by Chris. John, when you want to just go straight ahead run, this is Chris's calling card right here. He makes one cut in the backfield, and he goes as fast as he can forward.
Chaz Nimrod, he's going to be your single receiver out to the left. Oh, there's single coverage on Nimrod right here. I wouldn't doubt if Drew Wright maybe tries to throw one up, let Nimrod come down over it. And Drew Wright's going to go back to pass. Yeah, he sees it. Chaz Nimrod.
That's a touchdown.
No, just went over his head.
He stopped his route, but they're going to get Rogers. The Rogers defender tried to tackle Chaz. There's going to be defensive holding.
Well, Donnie, you know, I mean, if I can see that, it was single coverage. There was going to be no safety help on Chaz Nimrod. I saw it. Drew Wright saw it. You knew that's what was going to happen right there. And you're right. Chaz Nimrod kind of broke that route off just a little early. I think if he kind of keeps going, that definitely is a touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him.
Well, he started trying to backpedal it
and
reach up and catch it. But when he made that double move, the Rogers cornerback just grabbed a hold of him.
What do you bet that's the last time we see single man coverage on Chaz Nimrod tonight? I guarantee there'll be some safety help on him from here on out.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about
on the far sideline.
You know, there is a safety back there at about the 15-yard line. Looks to be kind of in the middle of the field.
Not sure what the discussion is here.
Well, they're coming in. to the football. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, Donnie. What I'm sure about is great job of Nick Stone to get on the loose football and give Bentonville another fantastic opportunity to extend their lead here. Collier Surley will be in the backfield behind Wright. Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod split to either side of the formation. Wright takes a snap. Hand goes to Collier Surley. Collier Surley now going to bounce it out, and he's going, and Collier Surley is going to be run out of bounds.
The referee threw a flag behind the play, John.
Oh, no. Well, that's usually not good for the offense. Flag was thrown at the 20-yard line.
Call a hold on Bentonville.
And that's what it is. It'll be holding from the spot of the foul, so to back it up 10 yards from the 20, they'll spot it at the 30-yard line.
That was another good run by Chris Collier Surley there on that play, though, John.
So call that. That's going to be first down actually in 17. First and 17. Spotted the foul penalty.
The thing that bothers you about that flag, Chris Collier Surley was 10 yards past that spot when the referee threw the flag. It had no bearing on the play.
Well, yeah, you're right, Donnie, but, you know, the flip side of that is if it's going to have no bearing on the play, don't hold. You know, so tough break for the Tigers. Wright takes a snap, and once
Bentonville
again.
called timeout, John. The play clock was down to 2.
Okay, so Bentonville takes a timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with him. We'll be back in just a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
All right, welcome back to Rogers here at Mountie Stadium. Bentonville Tigers on top 21-7. John McElroy, Donnie Payne. 10 minutes, 25 seconds left to go to halftime. And Donnie, as we come out of timeout, Bentonville's going to have it first and 17. And Donnie, I tell you what, the Tigers could really help their cause right here, punching another one in. This Rogers offense, you know, they can score and they can score quickly, so Bentonville really needs to take advantage of this opportunity. Wright takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's looking. Complete to Chaz Nimrod at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Bentonville. Drew Wright to Chaz Nimrod. And the Tigers did take advantage of the opportunity of the short field, and they are 1 point away from taking a 21-point lead over the Rogers Mounties.
You had, once again, play action. You had Cooper Smith go deep, and John, the safety, had to go with him, and Chaz was able to run a post pattern behind all of that.
Yeah, great job and great analysis there, Donnie. Good play design there by Bentonville coaching staff. And Logan Thompson's kick is up, and it is good. And Bentonville leads 28-7. We'll be back in a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate.
Nailed it!
Football is just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Welcome back here to Rogers, where the Bentonville Tigers have taken a 28-7 lead over the Rogers Mounties. 10 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. First half of play. We'll give a shout out to our student live stream crew. They're working the camera, working the production board. Addison Weinsberg, Catherine Lopez, Ben Nicoli helping on the broadcast tonight. Couldn't do it without them. And Thomason's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Rogers will start first and 10 from their own 20. Well, Donnie, Drew Wright with 2 touchdown passes on the evening, having a good night. Carter Nye coming in, able to move the offense. Tell you what, there are a lot of folks for Bentonville right now getting a lot of good playing time, a lot of good minutes out there.
And I think we've had 4 different players score our touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll see.
No, Josh has 2.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh has 2. And he's close to the lead in the state for touchdowns.
So empty set right here, 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Goodshield in the backfield. He's going to look to his right, throw to his right. He's got a man complete. That's Gardner. He's going to catch it at about the 32. He's going to make his way up to the 40-yard line. So a 20-yard pickup on first down by number 5, Jansen Garner.
Garner just found the soft spot in the Bentonville zone, John, and sat down, and Goodshield was able to hit him, and then nice pickup after the catch.
This time the Mounties are going to use the same formation. They're going to reverse it. Quad receivers to the left, single receiver into the boundary. Empty set as Goodshield gets set to take the snap. He's looking to his left. He's being pressured.
Well, there's got to be a hold.
Looked like there should have been a hold, and he fires incomplete. A great job by number 6, Jackson Hutchins, right there to break the play up. And, Donnie, you saw what I saw as he was being pressured. It looked like one of the Mountie linemen kind of held our defensive lineman there, but no call on the play. But tell you what, Jackson Hutchins, what a defensive play there from his safety position.
We'll take the trade out. The Rogers sideline all wanted pass interference.
Oh, no way.
On that one.
No way. It was just a great play. Bang, bang. All right, trip receivers now to the left. Single receiver into the boundary. He's going to have Shepard. Give goes to Shepard over the left side.
Yep.
Shepard is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Somehow he's going to push his way forward for about 4, almost 5. Yeah, go ahead and give him 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Good job by Shepard, John. Was hit at the line of scrimmage and able to spin forward for 5 yards anyway.
So 3rd and 5 right here, Donnie, and if the Mounties don't make it, they're on the Bentonville side of midfield. If they don't make it, I've almost got to think this is 4-down territory for them. So this time,
quarterback draw.
Yeah, Goodshield's going to keep it himself,
He got
and Goodshield going to find some room over the right side. He does get across midfield to the Tiger side of the 50, and that'll be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Rogers at the Bentonville 48. 9:07, clock rolling here in the first half of play. Bentonville with a 21-point lead. That last Mountie possession resulted in the first turnover of the game. Tigers showing a little pressure up the middle. This time they give to Shepard over the right side. And once again, Shepard able to push his way out. Or down to the 45-yard line, 3 yards on the pickup, 2nd and 7. Luke Adams in on the tackle for the Tigers. Trip receivers to the left, single receiver split into the boundary. Shepard in the backfield with Noah Goodshield. Goodshield takes the snap. He's being pressured. He's rolling to his right. He's going to fire downfield, and that one is going to be almost intercepted. Who was that?
Number 11.
Number 11. That's Garrett Langford. Garrett Langford almost came up with the second turnover of the game right there. Tell you what, Goodshield was being pressured. Great pressure applied by the defensive line there for Bentonville. And Goodshield just kind of threw that up, and Langford almost came down with it.
Good job by the Mountie receiver there, Garner, John. He actually turned into the defensive back and broke that pass up.
So 3rd and 7 right now. Goodshield looking over the middle. Now he's being flushed out to his right. He's going to be sacked. Noah Goodshield's going to be sacked. Let's see.
19.
Number 19, Nick Stone again. Nick Stone. And he's going to sack him all the way back at the Mountie 48-yard line. Noah Goodshield never saw him coming.
Rogers leaving their offense out there, John.
Well, down 28-7. Donnie, they've got to pick up the first down if they want to stay in this game. "15 seconds on the play clock. And
empty backfield.
The empty backfield. Quad receivers to the left, single receiver into the boundary. Goodshield looking to his left. He's looking over to those quads. He's being pressured, and he's going to throw, and that is complete. On 4th and 14, Noah Goodshield finds a receiver. Finley Bunch, number 10, needed 14, got about 16, and Rogers maintains possession of the football. Wow.
Goodshield did a good job of keeping his feet. Mason Middleton, John, spied him. That's why he wasn't able to run, and he just able to loop it over and hit that receiver.
Donnie, right now, that's the play of the ball game, because if Bentonville gets it back right there, I think they go in and put another one in. Goodshield now, he's being pressured once again. They're going to roll to his right, and he is
incomplete.
Going to throw. He's going to try to fire it for Finley Bunch, and a good job of number 4. That's Caleb Young comes in to knock it away. So, Donnie, we've seen some great play in the secondary tonight. Jackson Hutchins back there, Garrett Langford, and Caleb Young now getting into the action right there.
See what Goodshield does. He is not going to set in the pocket. He's extending that play with his legs, and it is hard to cover when a quarterback is that mobile.
Well, and here's the thing, Donnie. I don't think he can stay in the pocket because right now Bentonville's defensive line is getting some pretty good pressure. They're moving him out of that pocket, and what we've seen is Goodshield is not quite as accurate when he's having to throw on the run. Goodshield takes a snap. He's going to fake to Shepard. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking to throw. He's got a man out in the flat, number 12. It's complete. And that is, I believe, Cade Seldom-Ridge. Cade Seldom-Ridge is going to carry it all the way down to the 14-yard line.
You saw the bootleg there, John, and Seldon-Ridge just snuck underneath everybody, and Goodshield hit him, and then he was a lot of yards after the catch.
Give Rogers some credit right there. Good play design, to take the secondary, which has been playing well, take them all deep, and like you said, snuck him kind of out of the backfield, just had him out there in the flat and get him in space, let him run. So 1st and 10, Rogers. They actually spot the ball just shy of the 14-yard line. Goodshield takes a snap. He looks to his left. Once again, he's being pressured, and he's got a man. It's completed to 5, and touchdown, Rogers. That is Joshua Shepard. Joshua Shepard on the touchdown reception, and the Mounties score their second touchdown of the game, and they're an extra point away from cutting Bentonville's lead to 14.
Number 19 for Bentonville, John, came free, and a Rogers offensive lineman just tackled him. The coaching staff is upset. He got up and looked at the referee and was like asking for the flag.
Yeah, that's Nick Stone, number 19, who's had a great game so far tonight. We've called his name quite a bit, came up with a big fumble a while ago. And the extra point attempt by the Mounties is up, and it is good. And with 6 minutes, 14 seconds left to go, first half of play, Bentonville on top, 28-14. Back in a moment on Go Bentonville Tigers.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Okay, welcome back here to Rogers. 28-14, the Tigers on top. The Mounties convert on a big fourth down play. I think it was 4th and 14, Donnie, to keep their last drive alive and stay in the ball game. I think if Rogers doesn't convert there, Donnie, I think Bentonville gets that ball back. They probably put another one in, and this one could have got away from Rogers. But as it stands, they've converted. They're staying in the ball game. And the kick that time goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Bentonville will start the possession 1st and 10 at their own 20. Donnie Payne, he's going to check our other scores around the league, around the state tonight, and we'll try to get you some score updates, some other things. Got a great, beautiful fall evening here. Beautiful setting here at Rogers Stadium. Down as we look out, we can kind of see the moon rising. Nice moon tonight. Just a beautiful setting for high school football. So Tigers will have it 1st and 10. That is Carter Knight.
He dropped the snap.
Dropped the snap, and Ficklin's going to pick it up, but Ficklin's going to be hit in the backfield for a loss. They're going to mark it back about the 14-yard line, so it'll be a 6-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 16.
And that snap was a good snap, John. Carter and I just lost the handle on it. Luckily, Josh was able to pick it up.
C.J. Brown, Chaz Nimrod. They're going to split out to the right side. Cooper Smith, he'll be the single receiver set up to the left. Josh Ficklin in the offset pistol will be the tailback behind Carter Knight. Now it takes a snap. He's going to throw to his right. That is complete to
C.J. Brown.
C.J. Brown. And C.J. Brown's going to cross the 25, get it out to the 27-yard line.
That's going to make 3rd down manageable, John. Now it's 3rd and 3. Bentonville will have their whole playbook on this play.
But, Donnie, I think this is a crucial 3rd down play right here for the Tigers after Rogers was able to keep that drive alive and punch one in. I think Bentonville right now needs to take back some momentum right here, put together another drive. So Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod, they're going to split out to the left. You have a tight end on the right side of the Bentonville formation. Cooper Smith going to go in motion. Gibbs going to go to Ficklin. Ficklin's got the 1st down and more, and Josh Ficklin won't stop until he is finally run out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to put him at the 42, John.
42-yard line right there. Needed 3.
Got 15.
15. 1st and 10 Tigers. Donnie, that was a big play.
It's always a nice thing when you have 3rd and short and you have a Josh Ficklin. You can still run the ball there. It puts the defense at a little disadvantage if you can throw or run.
This time Nimrod's going to be split out to the right. Cooper Smith to the left. Give goes once again to Ficklin over the right side. Ficklin's got some more running room. And Ficklin's still on his feet inside the 40. Josh Ficklin now gaining the yards in chunks. Donnie, that's what this Bentonville offense right here needs is get number 1 going again.
Another 15-yard run.
So they'll mark it at the 37 of the Mounties. And just like that, Bentonville's flipped the field.
Sorry, that's a 16-yard run. I'm not a math teacher.
Rafe Stalls, he'll be the blocking back, kind of the tight end set up over on the right side of the formation. Again, goes to Ficklin. Ficklin's going to try the left side this time. Ficklin's going to get inside the 35. Flags flying. Donnie, once again, I think Bentonville's probably going to get flagged for a hold right there. And that is the call. The flag was thrown at about the 38-yard line, so that's going to back him up to the 48. Donnie, once again, penalties. That's going to make it 1st down. Let's see, 10. That's going to be about 1st and 21 or 1st and 20.
1st and 21.
Yeah, 1st and 21. All right. Carter Knight takes the snap. He's being pressured, rolling to his right. That ball's being tipped up in the air.
Incomplete, luckily.
And number 25 for Rogers had a shot at it. Landon Huddleston was coming in from his middle linebacker position, saw that ball up in the air, dove for it, but couldn't come up with it. So that's going to make it 2nd down and 21. Donnie, 4 minutes, 3 seconds left to go here in the first half. This has been a long first half.
Both teams putting the ball in the air a lot. Lots of 1st downs so far. Lots of clock stoppages.
Nimrod, C.J. Brown split out to the right. Cooper Smith split to the left. Now he takes a snap. Play action to Ficklin. He's looking to throw. He's looking for it all right here. He's going to Cooper Smith. and it is incomplete. Well defended on the play that time. Cooper Smith couldn't get the space that time he had just a few plays ago. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 21.
Got a good drive going, John, and you get a big holding penalty, and it's kind of sputtered it a little bit here.
Yeah, you know, Josh Ficklin picking up those yards in chunks. Then you get the holding penalty right there. And so be interesting to see. Donnie, Sean Anderson, I believe Sean Anderson is checked in the backfield. It might be a time for a little wheel route out of the backfield. Let's see. Carter Nye now, he's going to throw a tunnel screen over to the right side. There's a lot of running room.
That's a big play, John.
That's Cooper Smith at the 20. Cooper Smith at the 10.
And there's a flag down here.
It was a touchdown, but a flag flies.
They're going to call block in the back, which is a –
So Donnie is indicating they are going to call block in the back, which will negate a great play by Cooper Smith.
Well, it's way past. It'll be 3rd and like 1 or 2 now after the penalty.
Well, the PA announcer just announced
They said holding.
holding.
They called holding.
So they did call holding on Bentonville, and Donnie, that's got to be the 3rd or 4th holding penalty on the Tigers
But
tonight.
We still get yardage, so that'll be 3rd and 3 instead of a touchdown, though.
Well, the ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line, and Tominson's got a great leg. But I suspect right here, Donnie, if they don't make it on 3rd and 3 right here, I suspect we're going for it. Hopefully we can just make it right here and won't have to worry about it. Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod. They're going to be a stack formation split out to the left.
We had to call a timeout. The play clock was down to 1, John.
So a timeout taken by Bentonville. Let's take it with them back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
All right, we are back here in, I almost said Bentonville, Donnie. We're back here in Rogers, where the Bentonville Tigers coming out of the timeout. They'll have it 3rd down and 3 at the Rogers Mounties 30-yard line. Thought Cooper Smith was going to take one to the house right there, but it got called back for a holding. But a good play nonetheless, and gives Bentonville a manageable 3rd and 3 here from the Mountie 30. Carter Nye takes a snap, play action. He's being pressured. He's rolling to his left, and Carter Nye throws it just over the hands. Was that a Cooper?
Number 15.
Number 15. That's Rafe Stalls, yeah. Trying to get Rafe Stalls out there. Throws it a little long, and now it will be 4th and 3. Like I said, Tominson's got a good leg. That'd be a 47-yard attempt, but there's no question Bentonville's going to leave the offense on the field right here. Ficklin's going to be in the backfield. Bentonville's going to line up 2 tight ends. Give goes to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin
That's a first down.
Pushes his way, just bullies his way to the 21-yard line. Needed 3, got 4. 1st and 10 Bentonville. And looks like there is a Mountie that is shaken up on the play. That is number 44, Ashton Alston, who's down on the play, and got the training staff coming out there and looking at him. Tell you what, let's go ahead and step away for just a moment. We'll be back here in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
All right, back here at Mountie Stadium, and Ashton Alston, the shaking up Mountie, he's on his feet. That's good to see, coming off under his own power. So hopefully that young man's going to be all right. 28-14, Bentonville on top. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. First half of play. Bentonville looking for more right here. So as we come out of the injury timeout, C.J. Brown, Chaz Nimrod, they're going to split out to the right side of the formation. Cooper Smith, he'll be the single receiver. Will set up to the left. Ficklin in the backfield behind Carter Nye. Nye takes a snap. He's looking to throw, throws to his left. Hey, it's complete out there to
Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith. He was the only receiver in the formation out there. I don't know why I had trouble saying his name. Cooper Smith makes the grab. Nice job that time by Carter Nye. Just a little up and out there by Cooper Smith. And it's first and goal, Bentonville, just inside of the Rogers Mounties 10-yard line. This time Bentonville's going to go 2 tight ends. They'll put 2 receivers out to the right. Give goes to Ficklin over the right side. Ficklin's got a hole. He's inside the 5. He's going to make his way down to close to the 3-yard line. So after they all impile, it'll be second and goal for Bentonville from the, call it 3. Nice drive this time, Donnie, by the Bentonville Tigers.
That's right, John. And you're giving your defense a chance to sit down, rest, and make some adjustments on the fly.
Great point. Once again, Bentonville in kind of that heavy formation right here. Now this time fake, and Carter Nye is going to throw it out to Chaz Nimrod. Touchdown, Bentonville! Kind of on a play action or a bootleg, actually, to faked it to Josh Ficklin. Carter Nye rolls out to his right. He's got a wide open Chaz Nimrod, and Bentonville goes out on top 34-14, awaiting Logan Tominson's extra point. Nice play design right there, Donnie.
And set it up with lots of runs and nice bootleg action.
So to be Caden York to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And once again, it is good. So with 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go, first half of play, Bentonville 35, Rogers 14. Back in a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Mountie Stadium here in Rogers, Arkansas. Late October football, not anything better, Donnie.
It's finally starting to feel like football weather. Those August games where it's still 98 degrees at kickoff, those are not fun.
So Logan Tomlinson, number 83, getting set to kick it away once again. Now, last time I think he got a touchback in the end zone. Let's see if he can do it again right here. Tomlinson's kick is in the air, and that one is, again, going to sail into the end zone. Actually hits in the end zone, so good kick by Tomlinson. No wind, the flag right now.
If you look at the flags on the visitor side, it's blowing north to south, or south to north,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, southerly wind tonight. But looking at the American flag there in the end zone, and it's just kind of no breeze at all there, yeah, so.
It's kind of interesting how the big American flag's not moving, but the flags on top of the stands are moving pretty good.
All right. The Mounties going to have it first and 10 from their own 20. 2:45 left to go in the half. They're going to send quad receivers to the right side of the formation. Single receiver to the left. Empty set here. Goodshield takes a snap, looks to his right. He steps up and fires complete to Seldom Ridge. Seldom Ridge is going to catch it at about the 29. He's going to make his way across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. 13-yard pickup on first down. It'll be first and 10, Rogers.
big drive here for the defense, John. Rogers is going to get the opening kickoff. You don't want him to be able to cut the lead to 2 scores after the next
Bentonville
possession.
showing a lot of pressure on the line of scrimmage as the give goes to Joshua Shepard. Shepard is able to find a hole over the left side of the offensive line. Makes a good pickup on first down of about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Donnie, that was kind of interesting that time. Bentonville had about 5 or 6 people up on the line of scrimmage right there. Nick Stone playing defensive end. Logan Robertson, number 49 out there. Donnie Thomas, that's your defensive lineman right there. Bentonville once again showing pressure. Now pressure backs off. Now
incomplete.
Incomplete. Pass was intended for number 11. That is Joel Garner,
Well,
and
I
a
think,
flag
yeah,
flies.
what's going to be number 73 was about 10 yards downfield, John. It's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield.
That's tough on those offensive
Oh, they're
linemen.
actually calling a hold on Rogers.
Okay, so it's going to be holding on the Mounties.
Well, I saw that number 73 was downfield, and he threw the flag, and he pointed at number 73. I thought he was going to get him for ineligible receiver downfield, but they got him for a hold.
So that is going to back it up to the 28-yard line of the Mounties. It'll be 2nd down and call it 14.
Rogers going with that empty look again.
Number 20, Kendrick Sewell, looking like he's going to apply some pressure off the edge. Goodshield steps up. He fires complete to Seldom Ridge. Seldom Ridge.
First down.
Going to make his way just a yard past the line to gain, so it will be 1st and 10 Mounties. And Rogers now wanting to run a little tempo with 1:41 left to go in the half. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Bentonville playing a lot of guys up on the line of scrimmage right now. Goodshield steps up now. He's being pressured, and he's going to somehow pull a Houdini out to the left and give Goodshield a lot of credit right there. He really made something out of nothing. As Donnie, I thought he was going to be sacked right there for a loss.
And able to pick up 3, it looks like.
Yeah, give him a pickup of 3 out to the 47-yard line. That's going to be 2nd down and 7.
And he got out of bounds, so that's big for Rogers. Rogers still has 3 timeouts left, John.
Yeah, I don't really believe minute 21 time really shouldn't be a factor as they are at their own 47-yard line. Empty set for Goodshield, 5 wide receivers. Dropping back. Now he's being flushed out to his right. He's on the run. Flag flies. It is going to be complete to Seldom Ridge. But my partner, Donnie Payne, over here, he's saying he saw a hold, and he thinks that's what it's going to be.
It's going to be a hold on the Rogers.
Yeah.
Our defensive line, our defensive end, I think it was Donnie Thomas, was starting to apply pressure, and the Rogers lineman just reached out and grabbed him.
Well, they dropped the flag at the 40 of Rogers, so that means they're going to back it up to the 30 of Rogers. So let's see, that's going to be 14 yards. That's going to be 2nd down and 24. Minute 14 left to go in the half. Now, Rogers, depending on what happens here, that time could be a factor on this end of the field. Goodshield takes the snap. Looking to throw. Now he steps up in the pocket. Once again being pressured, and he is going to be tackled. You can't call it a sack. I think he got a yard of it, but great
John,
pressure that time.
Rogers coaches immediately called a timeout. I'm kind of surprised. It is 3rd and 22, 23. They might force themselves into a punt here by calling that timeout.
Donnie, what a great point. Minute 5 left. If they don't make it here on 3rd down, they're going to be forced to punt it away. Bentonville's got 1 timeout. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it here. Bentonville uses their timeout to give themselves just under a minute, because Bentonville could put something together right here and go out on top even more.
And
so,
if they throw an incomplete pass, then Bentonville won't even have to use their timeout to stop the clock.
See, great point, Donnie. The Rogers coaching staff, they've got a real decision here to make. Do you try to throw the ball and take an incompletion and give Bentonville 1 timeout and the ball left with about just under a minute left, or do you do like just maybe a flare out and maybe hope you can break a tackle or 2? But you're right, Donnie. It's quite conceivable Bentonville's offense is going to get the ball back with maybe just under a minute with the chance to put another one on the board. If the defense right here, if they can make a play.
Referees are wanting 25 seconds on the play clock. There, they got it. They're doing the quad quad formation to the right again.
Empty set, nobody in the backfield, no Goodshield.
See Cooper Smith out at playing safety.
Goodshield going to step up now. He's going to fly out to his left. Goodshield's going to take it if we can tackle him. And we're going to tackle him at about the 43-yard line. And let's see if Bentonville decides to take that.
Called their timeout.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So Bentonville's going to take a time.
No, Rogers called it.
Oh, wow.
This referee on this sideline said Rogers called the timeout.
Well, it is a timeout nonetheless. Let's take a short commercial break. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car, it's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
All right, we're back here in Rogers. 54 seconds left to go in the half. When we come out of the timeout, Rogers will have it 4th and 11 from their own 43. Rogers takes the timeout. They're going to leave the offense on the field.
They're going to go for it here, John. It's a big moment for this Bentonville defense.
No question. Big play in the game right here. Goodshield looking to throw. He steps up. And incomplete. That stops the clock with 49 seconds left to go in the half.
And Bentonville is on Rogers' side of the field already, John.
Bentonville with great field position and a timeout, Donnie. I'm going to just tell you, very interesting series right there for the Rogers Mounties. I thought they would have let the clock run, forced Bentonville to use their timeout. But as it stands, they used the timeout, try to pass, incomplete. And now Bentonville has an opportunity to extend this lead.
Drew Wright going to be quarterback for this series. Alternating every series, John.
And it is going to be C.J. Brown, Chaz Nimrod. They're going to split to the left, twin receivers out to the right. Drew Wright now drops back. He's going to fire incomplete. I think Drew Wright was hit as he threw.
His hand was hit, John, as he was trying to throw that ball.
Well, let's see. It doesn't look like he's favoring his hand, so it looks like Drew's okay. That's a good sign. Q Brown in the ball game, along with Cooper Smith. Looks like they're going to come over to the left side of the formation. Chaz Nimrod, he's going to be the single receiver over into the boundary side. So it'll be Q Brown, C.J. Brown, and Cooper Smith, trip receivers to the left. Ficklin in the backfield. Wright's going to take the snap. He's dropping back. He's stepping up in the pocket, and
he got hit right as he was trying to throw it. Again, John, it was a little short for Nimrod.
Yeah. Tried to get Chaz over there. But it's going to be 3rd down now, 41 seconds left to go in the first half of play. This time twin receivers, either side of the formation. Play action. Hand it off to Josh Ficklin. Ficklin's going to get it down to, they gave him forward progress to the 35-yard line. Clock's running now, 28 seconds left.
Going to go for it here, John.
4th down and about 3. Clock is running. They're going to have to hurry, Donnie. They want to keep some time on this clock. 17 seconds, 16 seconds. Not sure right here. 10, inside of 10 seconds.
They're not going to run another play, John.
So they're going to take this 21-point lead into the half, and that is going to do it for the first half of play. So we played 2 quarters here in Rogers. The Tigers have a 21-point lead, 35-14. We're going to step away for a bit, run some commercials. We'll be back here in just a little bit, talk about the first half of play. You're watching Bentonville Tiger football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You like a joy to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get 1 box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate.
Nailed it.
Football is just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You like a joy to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
At our house, it's tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate?
Nailed it.
Football is just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
All right, we welcome you back here to Rogers, Arkansas, to Mountie Stadium, where the Bentonville Tigers are up 21-35-14 on the Rogers Mounties here at halftime. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, and we are glad to bring you all of tonight's exciting action here from Rogers, Arkansas, between Bentonville and Rogers. Well, Donnie, I want to bring in you at this time. Let's talk a little bit about the first half, and you know, it was kind of interesting. Let's start with the Bentonville offense. Kind of interesting start the game. Saw number 7 Carter Nye, the sophomore, come in and start the game as quarterback. And Carter Nye was able to drive us down the field and put a touchdown in, take an early 7-0 lead. But the offense has kind of gone back and forth. Drew Wright, the senior, number 16, he's come in every other possession, and it's kind of been a back and forth, but both quarterbacks have done a really good job of moving this offense.
Yeah, offensively, John, the Bentonville offense has done just about whatever they've wanted. They've scored. Bentonville has scored every time we've had the ball.
Haven't punted yet.
Have not punted. Have scored every time. Have taken care of the ball tonight. No turnovers. Have overcome some penalties where we've had 2nd and 24. I think we were able still to get the first down and keep the drive alive. And maybe, I don't know if the switching back and forth, if they're just trying to take care of Drew a little bit after last week, because he got hit several times pretty hard last week. Came out of the game there at the end, was definitely hurt, and I don't know if that's part of it, or they're just Carter and I. It's a little. It gives the defense something to think about when you've got two guys that are switching and they have different strengths. So maybe that's part of it also.
Absolutely, but what's impressive though, both quarterbacks playing well, and you said Drew Wright last week. Man, I'll tell you what a leader that kid is. Stood in there several times knowing he was about to take the hit, but still stood in there trying to give his team a chance. And, you just got to love what you see out of Drew Wright. But it's also exciting to see young Carter Nye, the sophomore, coming in and leading this offense as well. So, that bodes well for the future. But it's great to see all of these guys getting some quality minutes tonight, getting a chance to play. But you're right, offensively, Bentonville's been able to do whatever it wants to do. And I think you made a good point, even overcoming some penalties, a lot of holding penalties tonight. I'm sure Coach Grant was talking to him there at halftime. Guys, we just get this cleaned up. We should be able to do whatever we want in the second half. But let's talk a little bit here at halftime about that Bentonville defense. And you said it, Donnie, in the pregame. The only team to hold the Rogers Mounties this season to under 40 points were the Fayetteville Bulldogs. So the Mounties coming in here with only one conference loss, only one loss on the season. This offense is used to scoring a lot of points, and the Bentonville defense has done a pretty good job of shutting them down.
Their first touchdown, they hit two big pass plays. Their second touchdown was a little more methodical, lots of short passes, and they just were able. The big play on their second touchdown was they were able to pick up that 4th down and 14. But for the most part, Bentonville's tackled well tonight. Rogers has only hit one really deep pass. And the Rogers running game, for the running back is minimal. Their best running plays have been Godspeed escaping pressure and using his feet. So
that's right.
The defense has done a good job tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And, I really like what defense coordinator Jared Cecil has been doing in terms of bringing some pressure tonight. And, another thing that I've noticed, Jared Cecil, he'll bring some linebackers up and show pressure. Then he'll back a couple of them off into coverage. He's sort of making it tough for Goodshield to kind of lock in on a particular receiver. And at the same time, that defensive line, Donnie Thomas, Nick Stone, we called his name quite a bit tonight. Those guys are putting a lot of pressure on Goodshield. And just about every time we see him drop back, he's being flushed to one side or the other. And Donnie, it looks to me like Goodshield's accuracy on his passing game goes down once he has to throw on the run. And so Bentonville's doing a good job of getting pressure on him, and they've gotten a couple of tackles for no gain and a sack here and there. So great job.
The other thing for Goodshield, John, when he does keep the play, he's made a few throws when he's been able to keep the play alive with his feet. And the secondary's done a good job in coverage, but when you've got a quarterback that can scramble sometimes and gets lost in the scramble, it's hard to cover people when the quarterback can keep a play alive that long. So the secondary's played very well. Even the one long pass, the coverage was good. Goodshield just hit the guy right in the hands, right where it had to be.
Couldn't agree with you more, Donnie. And you talk about the play of that secondary. Jackson Hutchins, we called his name on a big pass breakup. Garrett Langford and Caleb Young getting in there, and we called their names. So you're exactly right. Goodshield's having to navigate some really good coverage by that Bentonville secondary at the same time being pressured. But, Donnie, I go back to last week in that Fayetteville game, and let's go back to the offensive side. The offense, I thought last week, looked really good in the first half. Jumped out to a quick 14-0 lead. Were operating very well. Then there was a turnover that I thought changed the momentum of the game last week in the first half. And in that second half, the yards were really hard to come by on that Bentonville offense. So, the offense is going to have to come back out here, and as I like to say, they're going to have to step on the gas.
That's right, John. They're going to have to come back. Rogers will take the opening kickoff, and the defense will have a chance to set the tone of the second half. But the offense has to come out with, like you said, with their foot on the gas. Last week, John had 28 at halftime, got 2 field goals is all the offense was able to put together to start in the second half, and that was even including Fayetteville fumbled the opening kickoff of the second half, and Bentonville had to settle for a field goal there. So the yardage was a lot tougher in the second half. The offense has got to come out and be ready to start hard and fast again.
All right, well, the Rogers Mounties marching band is out on the field getting ready to perform for the home crowd. We don't have a field mic tonight, so we can't listen in on them as we normally would. So we're going to step away, run a few more commercials, give our sponsors a chance to be seen, and we'll come back in just a little bit with the start of the second half here in Rogers. So we'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching Bentonville Tiger football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
My house. I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You're like a joy to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
At our house, it's tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate?
Nailed it!
Football's just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You're like a joy to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994. In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
All right, we welcome you back here to Mountie Stadium in Rogers, Arkansas, where we are just about set to start the third quarter play with Bentonville on top of the Rogers Mounties, 35-14. John McElroy alongside my broadcast partner, Donnie Payne, and Logan Thomason has teed it up, and he is getting ready to kick it away to the Mounties to start this third quarter play. The Mounties won the opening toss. They deferred their option to the second half. Good first half for Bentonville. And here we go. Tomlinson's kick is in the air. High kick that is going to get into the end zone. And we are underway here in the second half. Touchback for Tomlinson. The Mounties will put in play 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Rogers would have had a returner set up a little deeper, John. They'd have had a chance to catch that one and return it if they would have wanted. That hit about the 3 or 4 yard line and rolled into the end zone.
Yeah, they had the return men said it looked like about the 7-8 yard line. So I guess the thought there is, Donnie, if they catch it at the 1, they don't want them to return it. But all right, so it's going to be number 13, Noah Goodshield will be your signal caller for the Rogers Mounties. He's going to have number 6, Joshua Shepard, in the backfield, flanking him to his left. Goodshield takes a snap, play action, throws a slant, complete. That is going to be Finley Bunch, number 10 on the reception. Just on a little slant pattern. Bunch is going to go for 15 yards, 1st and 10. Rogers has it at their own 35.
Good play action fake and just hit the quick slant for Goodshield.
Trip receivers left. Goodshield's going to look over the defense. Bentonville showing pressure in the box. And this time they're going to hand it to Shepard over the left side. Shepard going to get a good run of about 8 yards out to the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, Bentonville had everyone crowded, John, but they had them too far. They crowded them in the inside, and Rogers was able to Rogers' offensive line was able to set the edge for Shepard.
So 2nd down and 3 now. Ball spotted at the 43 of Rogers. Trip receivers right. Goodshield gives once again to Shepard. Shepard is very close to the line to gain. I think he's going to, well, that's really close, Donnie. They're going to spot it right on the 45-yard line. The marker appears to be just across the 45, but they're going to give it to him right there. Yeah.
Coach Grant is asking why.
You know, that's what I saw. You know, our vantage point, we're on the home side across the field from the markers, but it looks like the down mark was set on the other side of the 45. They marked it on Rogers' side of the 45, but they went in and gave him the first down. So 1st and 10 Mounties, man comes in motion across formation, and Goodshield is going to keep it. And Goodshield broke through. Goodshield gets down to the 30-yard line of the Tigers, and on a fake fly sweep, Noah Goodshield just keeps it around the left side, breaks a tackle, finds a hole, finds a crease, and the Mounties are marching it down the field. They take it all the way to the Tiger 31.
It's a good, basically a reverse there. Faked all the motion to the right, and the quarterback kept it to the left. No one stayed home for the Bentonville defense.
Twin receiver split out to the right, single receiver into the boundary. Goodshield takes the snap. Give goes to Shepard up the middle. Joshua Shepard's going to get inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5 on first down. Call it second down and, well, call it 4, second down and 6. So Rogers, on their opening possession of the second half, put together a nice little drive here, Donnie.
They've done it on the ground, John.
Shepard is going to flank Goodshield to his left. Trip receivers out to the right. Single receiver into the boundary. Fake to Shepard, and the ball is
went right to
batted.
Godspeed, and he caught it.
Goodshield, yeah.
Goodshield.
Yeah.
He caught the pass. It's going to be a loss on the play. He should have just knocked it. He'd have been better off just knocking it down to the ground.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it was Nick Stone that came off the edge there that batted the pass right back to Noah Goodshield. Goodshield catches his own pass, but he loses yardage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11. And obviously at this point in the field, Donnie, this is 4-down territory for the Mounties, so even if they don't pick it up here, they're going to go for it on 4th down. So Goodshield takes a snap. He's dropped back. He's looking. Fires complete at the 20-yard line.
Down.
And that is going to be enough for a 1st and 10. Joel Garner, number 11 for the Mounties, on the reception. 1st and 10 Mounties. Donnie, if I had to guess right here, Bentonville's going to see a lot of run on 1st down. I think you're right. They've been able to do a lot on this drive on the ground between Goodshield and Shepard.
I think that was the first. Well, no, that was the second completed pass, but the first one for positive.
Well, this
yardage.
time Goodshield is going to hand off to Cade Seldom-Ridge on what looked to be like a fly sweep, but whistles blow, and that is going to be a false start on the Mounties. False start on the Mounties. That'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 from the Tiger 25-yard line.
Must have been the wide receiver out there flinched a little bit, John.
Trip receivers right. Single receiver to the left. Shepard to the right. As Goodshield drops back, fires, complete. At the 11, that is number 5, Jansen Garner. And Jansen Garner is going to take it to the 10, where it's going to be 1st and goal to go Mounties.
John, Bentonville's playing a lot of soft zone the opening drive here, and Rogers receivers are just finding the soft spots and being able to pick up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, Rogers at the Tiger 10. Noah Goodshield in the shotgun, awaits the snap. Fakes to Shepard, throws a slant over the middle to Seldom Ridge. Touchdown, Rogers. So play action. Fakes the handoff to Joshua Shepard. Then comes right back, throws the slant off the left side to Cade Seldom Ridge. And the Mounties on their opening drive of the second half are cutting into the Bentonville lead. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 8:09 left to go, third quarter play, Bentonville on top, 35-21. Back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate.
Nailed it!
Football's just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
And we are back where the Rogers Mounties have cut the Bentonville lead to 14 points. Bentonville still on top 35-21, but Donnie Rogers looked very sharp offensively in that opening drive of the second half.
John, they went in, like you said, they made adjustments at halftime. Bentonville's got the defense over there under the tent. They'll be watching those plays, and hopefully the coaches will be making some defensive adjustments on the fly here.
So it will be Chaz Nimrod, C.J. Brown, I believe that is Josh Ficklin, back deep for the Tigers. As the kick goes into there, it's going to be a short kick. That's a returnable one. I believe that is C.J. Brown's going to take it. C.J. Brown's got a hold of the middle. C.J. Brown at the 50. C.J. Brown still on his feet, gets inside the 45, tackled by the kicker. But a great return by number 2, C.J. Brown. And look right there, Chris Collier-Surley right there to congratulate C.J. on such a great return. And just like that, the Bentonville Tigers are going to have great field position at the Mountie 31 to start their opening offensive possession of the half.
And it's Carter Nye.
Number 7, the sophomore Carter Nye, will come on as the signal caller for the Bentonville Tigers. He's going to have Josh Ficklin as his tailback in the offset pistol formation. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Nye takes a snap, throws out to his right, complete. And that is C.J. Brown once again. Got to get it to him while he's hot right there. So that's going to be a 6-yard pickup on first down. It'll bring up second down and 4.
John, you've seen Rogers there on first down. They've had everybody up in the box. You can hit passes like that. That's going to loosen that Rogers defense up.
Same formation. Play action to Ficklin. Carter Nye is going to have to step up in the pocket, and Carter Nye is going to be sacked. Pressure coming in around him. He's going to lose about 2 yards on that play. It'll bring up third down and 6. So 3rd and 6. Ball will be spotted back at the Mountie 27-yard line. Looks like Q Brown has checked into the game, number 13.
Initially there was some time there, but the pocket collapsed on Carter pretty quick.
Mountie's playing that 3-man defensive front. Now they're bringing up an extra defender. Looks like they're going to put some pressure. Yeah, they're bringing the pressure. Carter Nye is going to throw it deep, and that one's going to be picked off in the end zone. And this young man's going to take it out. And he's going to be tackled by number 2, C.J. Brown, at the 10-yard line. And Donnie, he caught that pretty deep into the end zone. He decided to take that out. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the best decision, but ball settled a little long on Carter Nye, and the Rogers Mounties
Well, he was attempting to throw it to C.J. Brown, and C.J. Brown stopped his route, John. I don't know if he thought there was a little miscommunication there. Carter Nye threw it deep, and C.J. had broken the route off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Rogers from their own 10-yard line. Bentonville on top, 35-21. Second turnover of the game, one for Bentonville, one for Rogers. Goodshield now. He'll set up in the shotgun. Goodshield's going to give to Shepard. Shepard gets out across the 20-yard line, and Joshua Shepard, he's going to make his way out to the 24 before he's finally stopped. But a big pickup on first down of 14 yards. It's 1st and 10 Rogers.
Rogers has found some running room just right up the middle here, John.
Goodshield takes a snap. Give goes again to Shepard. Shepard finds his way to the 30. He'll be brought down by number 33, Donnie Thomas. But not before he picks up 5 on the carry, 2nd down and 5. Well, they'll call it 2nd down, actually 2nd down and 4. Twin receivers left, single receiver to the right. Give goes once again to Shepard, and Shepard's got a big hole. Shepard at the 40, 30, 20, and Shepard's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Rogers. And Donnie, just like that, it is a one-possession ball game. That was, that was about at least almost a 70-yard run.
No, the ball was on the 30, John.
So a 70-yard touchdown run for Joshua Shepard, and the Rogers Mounties are an extra point away from making this a 7-point game. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to go, third quarter of play, Rogers down 35-28. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Tiger Football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
All right, we are back here in Rogers, and Donnie, the Rogers Mounties have climbed back in this game. It is a one-possession game right now. Bentonville coming out of the halftime on top 35-14, but quickly Rogers with 2 touchdowns.
Onside kick.
And
Bentonville got it.
Well, let's see. There's a scrum there. Now, looks like Bentonville's saying they got it.
And the referees are saying Bentonville got it.
And Bentonville did, in fact, get it. Who is that number 40? Was that 46 that came up?
Not sure, John. Okay. But great field position. Bentonville's got to put points in the board here. Last time, the C.J. Brown ran the kick back to the 32 and came away empty. Recovered the onside kick here at the 48. Bentonville's got to put points on the board.
All right. So Drew Wright now is going to be your Bentonville quarterback. He's going to have Josh Ficklin in the backfield. Cooper Smith is going to be your receiver out to the right. Chaz Nimrod, receiver to the left. Stalls in motion. Give goes to Ficklin over the left side. Josh Ficklin spins, and a flag flies in the Bentonville backfield, and that's going to be, Donnie, I'm sure that's going to be a holding call on Bentonville. Donnie, that's got to be about the 4th holding call on Bentonville tonight. That's a spot of the foul penalty. And I'll tell you what, the Rogers Mountie crowd, we're on the home side here, and they are getting into it right now. They have felt the momentum of this ball game shift here in the last few minutes.
That's right, John. And Rogers did the same thing earlier this year against West. West had them down 3 scores, and Rogers came back and won that game.
All right. First and call it 22. Drew Wright's going to roll to his right. Throws complete to Rafe Stalls. Rafe Stalls catches it. He's going to be tackled around the 40. Short pickup on that play. And that is going to bring up second down. Looks to be about 18. Second and 18. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Third quarter play. Bentonville holding on to a 7-point lead right now. Stack formation here to the left. Right play action. Wright's going to throw. Complete to Cooper Smith. Great move by Cooper Smith. And Cooper Smith still on his feet. And Donnie, he's going to be about, I would say, a yard and a half short. Just about a yard short now. They're going to mark him back about 2 yards short of first down yardage. But, hey, a nice throw by Drew Wright and a great move by Cooper Smith after the catch. And it's going to bring up third and a long 2. Quickly, Bentonville running a little tempo right here. They're going to give it to Ficklin. Ficklin's got the first down. He's going to get inside the 40. And a flag flies.
That's going to be a penalty on Rogers, John.
Yeah, Rafe Stahl's helmet was off, and he was just sitting there looking at the official like, you going to call it? So, Donnie, I feel confident this one is going to be called on the Mounties. Let's see what the good camera work there by our live stream crew as we look in, see what the official's going to call right there. Personal foul, face mask on the Mounties, so tack on 15 more right there.
And the Rogers fans are booing. Rafe Stalls had his helmet ripped off of him back here right in front of the referee, and he just threw the flag down at his feet. But, yeah, it's 15 yards added on to the end of the run.
Man, that's going to move the ball down to the Mountie 22-yard line. Well, Bentonville needs to take advantage right here. 2 quick scores by the Mounties to open the second half. 7-point game. Tigers could help their cause right here by putting it in. Drew Wright now takes a snap. Hand off goes to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin going to get down to the 16-yard line. That's going to be 7 yards. Well, call it 6 yards. I'm sorry, 6 yards. It'll bring up second and 4. Single receiver to either side of the formation. Right. Give goes to Ficklin. Big hole up the middle. Ficklin inside the 10-5. Touchdown Bentonville. Josh Ficklin. And, Donnie, is that Josh's third touchdown of the evening?
I believe that is Josh's third touchdown run of the evening, John.
Nice job, number 1. And I'm going to tell you, a great hole. You and I saw it up here from our vantage point. Avery Styron and Joey Sua and Carson Bramsey right there. That offensive line over on that left side opened up a big hole for Josh Ficklin, in for the score. Logan Tominson on now to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 2 minutes, 41 seconds left to go, third quarter of play, Bentonville on top, 42-28. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Tiger Football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Funk in your trunk? Get Funk Away. Unlike sprays that just cover up odors, Funk Away's exclusive OM complex eliminates them, guaranteed. Just spray it on and let it air dry. Live funk-free.
All right, we are back here in Rogers where the Bentonville Tigers have jumped out to a 14-point lead again. Donnie, that was such an important series for the Bentonville offense right there. As Rogers scored 2 touchdowns to open the third quarter play, Bentonville sputtered on their first drive. They had to have that one to keep momentum and get the momentum back.
Well, John, when you get the opening kick or when you recover an onside kick like that, you have to capitalize. And the Bentonville offense was able to overcome a big holding penalty and capitalize.
Yeah, Rogers had definitely seized the momentum to start the second half of play, and Bentonville needed something like that to take back some momentum right there. So
Bentonville defense got to make some adjustments here, John.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It is a big, big series for this Tiger defense right now.
Rogers has had success, John, with number 6 just right up the middle.
You know, and the other thing is, in that first half, Goodshield was dropping back, trying to drop back and throw. Bentonville was getting a lot of pressure. Seems like the passes he threw to open the second half were just out of his hands quick. They want to get it. Don't let Bentonville get pressure. Let's see what Bentonville's defense does here. Goodshield takes a snap, gives to Shepard, and Shepard thought the ball came out there for just a second, but it didn't. Shepard is going to be tackled for a 3-yard gain at the 23-yard line and bring up 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 now. Receivers split to the left, trip receivers to the right. Joshua Shepard to the right in the backfield. Goodshield dropping back to pass. He's flushed out to his left. He's going to throw deep. He's got a receiver there at midfield. And
missed tackle, John.
And he's going to go, inside the 10. That's Seldom-Ridge. Touchdown, Rogers. Touchdown, Rogers. Caden Seldom-Ridge got open across the middle, made the catch, made the man miss, and it was open field after that.
Once again, great pressure, and Goodshield just hitting a ball on the run, and Rogers receiver able to break a few tackles and take it in for a score.
So once again, the kicker for the Mounties on to attempt the point after. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. And with 1 minute 53 seconds left to go, third quarter play, Bentonville 42, Rogers 34. Back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. All right, we are back here in Rogers, and wow, Donnie, what a second half right now. Rogers has put up 21 points here in the second half. Bentonville with the touchdown of their own, but well, this has become a back-and-forth affair right here. Kind of a track meet here in the second half.
Remember how last year's game started that way. It was 21-21, and then Bentonville's defense settled in, figured things out, and was able to pull away late in that game.
And kick will go into the end zone for the touchback. So Bentonville will put in play 1st and 10 from their own 20. See, the Mounties didn't try the onside right there.
They also made sure and kick it deep that time since the one return we had, C.J. Brown almost housed it.
So Drew Wright, number 16, he's going to be your signal caller for the Tigers.
It's Carter Nye. They're still
I'm
switching.
sorry. I thought I saw 16, Drew Wright. Yeah, you're right, Donnie. Carter Nye's coming on. Carter Nye takes a snap. He's going to throw out to his left, complete to C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown makes his way out past the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 26, so a 6-yard pickup on 1st and 10, it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
If CJ was able to turn up field quicker, John, he would have scored on that one. He's just too much momentum towards the sideline.
This time, C.J. Brown's going to split out to the right side with Cooper Smith. I believe that's Chaz Nimrod split into the boundary. Give goes to Ficklin. Ficklin's got a big hole up the middle. Ficklin crosses the 30, and Josh Ficklin's going to get across the 35 out to around the 36-yard line. Nice hole opened up that time by the left side of that offensive line. Donnie, I think that was very similar to what the hole that was opened up on that touchdown run by Ficklin a while ago.
That was a good hole for Josh and good hard run. Fighting for extra yards, but I want him to make sure he takes care of that ball when he's fighting for those extra yards, John.
All right, 1st and 10 Bentonville from their own 36-yard line. Play action. Carter Nye rolls to his right. He's going to fire complete. That is Cooper Smith, who is going to be ridden out of bounds by number 8.
And it's going to come back for another nonsensical holding call.
Another flag down, and as you can hear, my partner, Donnie Payne, thinks that's going to be a holding call, and we'll see what the official says right here. And that's exactly what they called, holding on the Tigers. And, Donnie, that has to be about 5 or 6 holding calls now in Bentonville.
Well, that time it was Joey Sua that got called for just blocking too good.
That's going to back the ball up to the 22-yard line. It will be first and that's got to be about 1st and 25, I would guess. And this time, Ficklin is going to be hit over on the right side. And, Donnie, I don't know if you saw what I saw, but there was a huge hole just to the left of where Ficklin ran that time.
I think the linebacker just stepped up right at the right moment, John, was able to. You don't see very many one-on-ones with Josh Ficklin where the guy stops him, but he made a good hit.
Yeah, no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down, call it 25. It's a long ways. Let's see. Look, the safety's going to come over, and Chaz Nimrod's going to split out here to the left. Well, they're going one-on-one, Chaz Nimrod. And Nye's going to be pressured.
That's a face mask. No flag. They spun his helmet around.
Well, no flag on the play. Carter Nye is going to be sacked down back to the 11. And it is going to be 3rd down. Ball spotted at the Tiger 11. They're going to have to reach the 46-yard line for the 1st down. And that is going to end the 3rd quarter play. So we played 3 here in Rogers. The Tigers up 42-35. We'll be back for the 4th quarter play here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
All right. We are back here in Rogers, where we're just about set to start the 4th quarter play. As we start the 4th quarter, Bentonville's going to have it 3rd and well, Donnie, I haven't even figured this. Bentonville's got the ball on their own 11. They've got to get to the 46-yard line.
So 35.
35 yards. So 3rd and 35. Let's go ahead and, on our banner, let's go ahead and put 3rd and 35. So what do you call here, Donnie? Screen pass, maybe?
Screen pass or a draw or something.
Well, you can see the Mountie defense. They're backing all their secondary up to about the they're sitting back at between the 25 and 30-yard line. As Carter Nye gets set to take the snap, he's going to hand to Ficklin. Ficklin's going to bounce out to the right.
Come on, Josh.
Ficklin is at the 30, Ficklin at the 40, and Ficklin is going to get driven out of bounds at the 42-yard line, just about 4 yards shy. Needed 35, got 31, but that is going to bring up a fourth down. And
Bentonville's lined up quick, John. They're going to go for it.
they are leaving the offense on the field. Now they may try to draw them off right here.
Rogers is calling a timeout, John.
Well, it looked like the defensive end off the right side of the Rogers defense might have come across into that neutral zone, but Bentonville is calling the timeout. We'll take a quick one with him.
Rogers called it, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rogers called a timeout. Let's go and take it with him. Be back in a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car, it's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
All right, we are back here coming out of the timeout. It'll be 4th and 4. So Bentonville's offense on the field, but it looks like Drew Wright's kind of set up to maybe give a quick kick. Drew Wright looking over to the sidelines. He's going to, well, let's see what Wright decides to do right here. He's going to throw it. And it's going to be complete to Chaz Nimrod. Chaz Nimrod has it at the 40,
Touchdown,
the 30,
Bentonville.
the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bentonville. Holy cow. On 4th and 4, Drew Wright makes the throw out to Chaz Nimrod, and Nimrod takes it to the house.
3rd and 35, John, and we score out of that.
Whoa, Nelly. Wow, what a play. So Thomason on to attempt the point after, and
got flags.
flags fly. I'm thinking all the excitement, our clock cam shifted, so we'll try to get that back up and going.
Yeah, sorry about that. False start on Bentonville.
False start on Bentonville. All right, so Thomason from 5 yards further. His extra point attempt is up, and it is no good. It hit the right upright. So that makes our score Bentonville 48, Rogers 35. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Bentonville Tiger football on the Bentonville Sports Network.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
All right, we are back here in Rogers, where the Tigers have taken a 48-35 lead. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, 11 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the ball game. And, Donnie, this second half has been an offensive showcase.
And, John, the offenses have woken up after halftime.
So Tymonson's extra point hits the upright. Of course, Bentonville flagged for the false start, backed it up 5. But we just hope that it's something doesn't come back to haunt us right there. Tymonson going to get a long kick that's going to bound at about the 5.
It went out the end zone.
Go into the end zone for the touchback. And Donnie, I'm like you on that. I don't understand why the Mounties aren't trying to field that and try to make a good return out of that.
Well, John, that one, the way that one hit, it had a chance to roll out of bounds before getting to the goal line, and Rogers would have had the ball at the 35. But Tymonson got the good roll there.
Well, a big play on 4th down, drew right to Chaz Nimrod, and Nimrod makes a man miss, takes it to the house. This time, Goodshield's going to hand off to Joshua Shepard over the left side. Shepard going to tightrope his way down the sidelines to about the 30-yard line, and that should be enough for first down yardage.
Yeah, they spot it right at the 30. It'll be a first down.
10-yard pickup on first down, 1st and 10 Mounties. Well, the Tiger defense so far in the second half, just no answer for Joshua Shepard, Noah Goodshield. Let's hope they can find a way to get a stop here. Again, Shepard with the handoff. Shepard's got a big hole over the left side, and Shepard still on his feet. Shepard across midfield, and Joshua Shepard quickly into Bentonville Tiger territory down at the 41. Donnie, I got a feeling this is going to be a long 11 minutes left in this one.
It's going to feel like it.
Bentonville up 2 possessions, but tell you, this Mountie offense has awoken in the second half. Goodshield now looks to his left. Now he's going to pull it down and run, and Goodshield is going to be tackled at around the 37, I'll call it 38-yard line. So a gain of 3 on first down will bring up 2nd and 7. Trevor Martinez now into the ball game at the nose tackle position. Goodshield looking to throw. He's finding some pressure, and Goodshield's going to get around the left edge, and somehow Noah Goodshield just keeps avoiding the pressure. He's able to pick up yardage inside the 35. They'll give him yardage down to the 34, where it'll be 3rd and 3 now for the Mounties.
Even with the pressure, John just cannot get him down in the backfield. He is a very shifty quarterback.
He has proven to be very elusive here in the second half. So Goodshield will set his offense. He's got Joshua Shepard flanked to his right. He's going to quarterback keep up the middle, and this time number 24, Johnny Pike, is going to come up to make the stop from his safety position. He's going to be about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down marker, so it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Mounties. No question on this point of the field, they are leaving the offense out here. Now, the first thing you got to think, Bentonville, you cannot jump off sides, give them a free 5. Well, 1 or 2 people are going to carry this ball. It's either going to be Shepard or Goodshield. Now, Goodshield's going to set up, empty set.
Watch for a quarterback draw here, John.
Yeah.
Empty set.
Goodshield, quarterback draw, and he is going to go over the left side. He's got some running room. Goodshield's going to cut back inside the 10. And on a 4th and 2, Noah Goodshield is going to get all the way down to the 7-yard line of Bentonville. Well, Donnie, you called it quarterback draw. And Goodshield doing a good job of using some vision to make a big gain of it. And now the Mounties are knocking on the door. 1st and goal, Mounties from the Tiger 7. Goodshield takes a snap, gives to Joshua Shepard. Shepard fighting for more, and he's got the ball down now at the 1-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Kind of feel like in this 4th quarter, the first defense that kind of hold serve
might win the game.
Yeah, come out on top on this one. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 1. Goodshield hands it to Shepard. Touchdown, Rogers. Touchdown, Rogers. And Joshua Shepard took a shot after he crossed the goal line. And the Mountie faithful over here, they wanted a flag on the play, but as he was crossing the goal line, the defender was coming in, clean play. But he took a shot. So the Mounties are an extra point away from cutting this Bentonville lead to 6. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 8 minutes, 37 seconds left to go in the ball game, Bentonville on top, 48-42. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Tiger Football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate.
Nailed it!
Football's just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Welcome back here to Mountie Stadium. Bentonville on top, 48-42. Things are tightening up here as we move into the fourth quarter. And that is going to sail out of the end zone for the touchback, so Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Bentonville needs to come out here, John, and try to run the football and methodically run it down, get a score, but take a bunch of time off this clock.
Well, I think you're right, Donnie. Ideally, that's what you want to do. You want to take some time off the clock, operate cleanly here, put the ball in the end zone, go back up 2 possessions, and make the clock a factor in the game. So let's see. This is Drew Wright. Throws complete out to the left. That is Chaz Nimrod on the reception. So good pickup on 1st down by Chaz Nimrod. They'll give him 13 on the reception. It'll be 1st and 10 Bentonville. Clock stopped, 8 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the ball game. Wright takes the snap. Give goes to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin will fight. They'll give him a yard, yard and a half, maybe 2, not much. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball going to be spotted just shy of the 35-yard line. This time, Chaz Nimrod, Cooper Smith are going to stack receivers to the right side of the formation. Wright takes a snap, fakes to Ficklin, throws to Cooper Smith, complete. Cooper Smith at the 40. Cooper Smith tries to cut back in. He's got 1st down yardage. They'll give him yardage, say he was run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. But that is a 1st and 10 Bentonville. You just feel like one of these, Cooper Smith, is going to break at some point. This time, Cooper and Chaz, they're going to split out to the left. 7 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the ball game. Bentonville clinging to a 6-point lead. Wright takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's throwing deep, and that is going to sail well over everybody. Cooper Smith, the intended receiver, but that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Took the deep shot there, John, just overthrew everybody. Drew was hit right as he was throwing that.
once again. Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod. They'll position themselves out to the left side. Ficklin in the backfield. Mountie showing pressure. They're going to give to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin still on his feet. I thought he was tackled. He is moving the scrum to midfield. They're going to give him yardage all the way to the 49-yard line of the Mounties. Donnie, I tell you what, now I gave up on that play. I thought Ficklin was tackled for about a 2-yard gain. You know who didn't give up on that play? Josh Ficklin.
Yeah.
Josh Ficklin just moving like it looked like a rugby scrum. So that is going to bring up now 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. But
Josh's shoe came off, John, so he had to come out. Sean Anderson in.
Okay, important 3rd down play here for the Tigers. Got to find a way to keep this drive alive.
And
Right,
there's gonna
takes
be
a
false
snap.
start on Bentonville.
Oh, my goodness.
Joey threw a move, John.
Oh, my goodness. Inopportune penalty right there. So Tigers will back up 5, so instead of 3rd and 3, that's going to be 3rd and 8. Well, the Tigers have already showed they're willing to go for it on 4th down, so you got to think if they did it last possession, this is still 2 down for them here. Q Brown checking into the ball game. He'll split out with Cooper Smith to the right side, twin receivers to the left. Right, takes a snap. He's looking to throw, looking to his left. Fires incomplete. Pass was intended for C.J. Brown. Ball just a little underthrown right there. So that is going to bring up 4th down and 8. And Donnie, this is a point right here. Bentonville's going to punt it away. And Donnie, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the Bentonville defense in the second half has gotten a defensive stop on Rogers. So
Rogers has scored every possession.
So they're going to need one right here if they want to avoid their second conference loss. Flags fly in before the kick is away.
Going to have another false start on Bentonville.
And Bentonville's going to be backed up 5 more. Penalties, Donnie, penalties have been devastating to the Tigers tonight. So that'll back the ball up to the the Tiger 41-yard line. Thomason's going to stand back at his own 27 as the Rogers return man. He's going to set up at his own 19. Thomason gets the kick away, a good high kick that is going to hit at the 25, and it just takes a right turn right into the sidelines. And they're going to say 1st and 10 Rogers at their own 26. So not a bad kick by Thomason right there, Donnie, but just didn't get quite the roll that we would like to have got.
Yeah,
but
it hit and immediately turned sideways instead
Yeah.
of rolling down the field.
But a good effort there by number 83. But, Donnie, this is it right here. 5 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in the ball game. This defense right here has to come up with a stop if they want to avoid their second straight conference loss. Goodshield, he's going to give to – no, he's going to keep it over the right side, and Goodshield's got some running room, and Goodshield is going to pick up 13 yards on 1st and 10. It'll be 1st and 10 Rogers. Defensively, Donnie, the Tigers held Rogers to 14 points in the first half. Played what I thought was an excellent first half, but they have struggled here in the second half. Trip receivers left. Goodshield, high snap, takes the ball, gives to Shepard. Shepard is going to be hit at the 40. About a half-yard pickup on the play. It'll be 2nd down and long, 2nd and 9. Five minutes, 21 seconds, clock rolling.
Ben Pearson on the tackle.
Yeah, Ben Pearson, he's done a great job at the defensive line this year. Good to see 91 out there. Twin receivers now to the left, single receiver into the boundary. Bentonville showing pressure. Shepard's going to find a hole up the middle, and Shepard is going to be about 2 yards short of first down yardage.
Here's the problem, John. You bring pressure like that, if he escapes the initial wave, there is nobody there for the Bentonville defense to bring him down.
So it's going to be 3rd and short now for the Mounties. Ball's going to be spotted at their own 47. And Donnie, there's no question. It's either going to be Noah Goodshield or Josh Shepard going to keep this ball. No way the Mounties are putting this ball in the air right here. Josh Shepard's going to keep it over the left side, and he's going to be hit, but he is going to escape, and he's going to get first down yardage.
Had him for a loss and not able to finish the tackle, John.
So it looked like Bentonville was going to have an opportunity to get off the field right there. But give credit to Josh Shepard, kept the legs churning, and now the Mounties have it at the Tiger 45, 1st and 10. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Clock will start when they set the chains. Time now starting to become a factor. And this time, quarterback's going to keep it. That's Goodshield, and Goodshield's going to pick up 4 yards down to the 41. It'll be 2nd and 6. Rogers in no hurry right now, Donnie. They are content with keeping it on the ground, and as long as they can make 3, 4, 5 yards a carry, they're going to continue to milk this clock, and they'll have an opportunity to score here, and with an extra point, they could take the lead. So Goodshield in the shotgun. Gives to Joshua Shepard. Shepard around the left side. Again, had a defender dive at him in the backfield, missed the tackle, and Shepard is going to pick up a couple more yards down to the 38, where it'll bring up another 3rd down and 3.
Bentonville's defense is getting tired, John. You can tell missed tackles are piling up now.
Bentonville needs a break right here, a fumble, something. Maybe a tackle for loss, bad snap, something here on 3rd and 3. Big play. Goodshield with the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to look back to his left. He's going to fire. He's got a man, and that is complete, and that is a touchdown, Rogers. And the Rogers Mounties have tied it up with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. And they are an extra point away from taking their first lead of the game. Well, Donnie, if the Bentonville Tigers are going to win this one tonight, it is going to be in the hands of the Tiger offense. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the game, Rogers on top, 49-48. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Tiger Football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
All right, we're back here in Rogers, where the Rogers Mounties have roared back to take a 49-48 lead with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. And the kick goes into the end zone, so Bentonville will have it 1st and 10 on their own 20. Donnie, this is the ball game right here.
Bentonville's offense, one punt, and unfortunately, it was the last series.
Well, they have an opportunity right here.
And it's Carter Nye at quarterback.
So Carter Nye, number 7, the young sophomore, will come on as the signal caller. He'll have Josh Ficklin in the backfield. Cooper Smith, Chaz Nimrod, single receiver to either side of the formation. Give goes to Ficklin over the right side. Ficklin's got a pretty good hold, 10 yards on first down. And he'll get out 31, make it 11 yards first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers. Stop the clock to move the chains. 2 minutes, 28 seconds, clock rolling, 1st and 10. Carter Nye now looking to throw, looking to his left, complete. That's Chaz Nimrod. Chaz Nimrod, he's going to get it out to the 40. That's a 9-yard pickup on 1st and 10. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Clock continues to run, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Bentonville with 3 timeouts. Nye takes a snap. Give goes to Ficklin. Ficklin trying to find some room, and Ficklin is going to be tackled. Yeah, he's got the first down. I thought he was going to be tackled for a loss, but second effort, Josh Ficklin finds yardage first down. Clock stops a minute 55 as they move the chains. As soon as they get the chain set, the clock will begin. Bentonville up to the line of scrimmage. Minute 50, clock rolling. Cooper Smith split out to the right. Nye takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws to Chaz Nimrod, complete. Nimrod's going to get it out to the 49. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Bentonville's going to have to work quickly, Donnie, with a minute 33, clock rolling. 2nd down and 4. Nye takes a snap, gives to Ficklin. Over the left side, Ficklin's got a hole. Ficklin's got a hole. Ficklin at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bentonville. No flags. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Bentonville. And Bentonville retakes the lead. 54-49.
Do you go for 2? I think Bentonville's going to go for 2 here, John.
I think you have to, Donnie.
Make it a full touchdown lead.
I think you have to right here. I think the way Rogers has showed that they've scored every offensive possession in the second half, they've still got plenty of time. They've got 2 timeouts left, a minute 13 left on the clock. The way they've operated, I think you almost have to go for 2 here, and that's exactly what Bentonville's going to do.
And Bentonville asked for the ball to be moved over to the left hash a little bit.
So to be Carter Nye getting set to take the snap.
Sean Anderson in the backfield.
Nye takes a snap. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep the ball, and Carter Nye in for the 2-point conversion. Carter Nye on a fantastic play gets the 2-point conversion, and Bentonville now 56-49 is up by 7. Holy cow, what a game, Donnie.
Back and forth, John.
Well,
Bentonville got a couple of stops in the first half, but none in the second half. Rogers got a stop there in this half and took the lead, and the Bentonville offense has responded. Bentonville's defense, John, needs one play.
Just one stop. One stop. But, Donnie, just kind of looking forward to minute 13. Rogers has got 2 timeouts. They've showed the ability to get guys open downfield.
The advantage is here, John. They're not going to be able to just run the ball like they have, because they've scored, but they've taken a lot of time to do it a couple of times.
Well, and you get in this situation, if Rogers were to score a touchdown, the way this game has gone, do you think they go for 2 if they scored, try to win it? Or do they play for the overtime? Hopefully Bentonville's defense is going to get a stop, but looking ahead, there's a lot of crazy ways this thing could end. So let's hope Bentonville's defense gets a stop and the Tigers can escape tonight with a victory. Logan Tymason on now. He'll kick it away, and that one is going to be taken at the 3-yard line to be returned. And
nice
big hit, that time by number 10. That is Caden York. Caden York with an excellent special teams play right there. And the Mounties,
they're going to start on the 19, John.
They're going to start 1st and 10 from their own 19, so they've got 81 yards to go.
Bentonville cannot allow a receiver to get behind them like they did that last series, John. You cannot get beat deep here. Keep everything in front of you and tackle.
Okay. What a game. Quad receivers to the right, single receiver into the boundary. Good shield now. He's looking to throw. He's roll to his left. Goodshield's going to run it, and he's going to get out of bounds. Smart play by Noah Goodshield. I tell you what, that young man has impressed me tonight, Donnie.
John, has Bentonville sacked him maybe once or twice.
First half, they got to him a couple times, but this second half,
he just rolls and he's able to escape.
And he's got pretty good speed too. So second and call it 2. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the ball game. Bentonville up by 7. Trip receivers right. Twin receivers into the boundary. Again, empty set. Goodshield takes the snap. Goodshield's going to keep it, and Goodshield still running around, still trying to find. He's trying to get out of bounds, Donnie, and I think he did.
Yeah, he did. He was able to lunge out of bounds, get the first down. Bentonville did a good job, though, of keeping him contained there.
54 seconds. Clock stopped as Goodshield gets out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10. The Mounties have it at their own 31. And, Donnie, there comes a point here where Goodshield's probably going to take a shot downfield. Chaz Nimrod playing in the secondary right now at safety. Cooper Smith out there.
Timeout, Bentonville.
And Bentonville is going to take a timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
All right, we have a barn burner finish brewing here in Rogers tonight. Bentonville up by 7, 54 seconds on the clock. The Mounties have it at their own 31. If you like offense, the place to be is Rogers, Arkansas tonight, because it has been an offensive showcase. Empty set now for Noah Goodshield, 1st and 10 from his own 31. 3 receivers to the right, Twins into the boundary. Goodshield dropping back. He's looking to take a deep shot, Donnie. He's got all kinds of time. Now he's being flushed out, and he is going to be sacked. Ball! Oh, no. They're going to say he was down, or they're going to – what are they going to – well,
they're going to say that was that has to be a forward pass.
Now, the side judge is coming in saying the clock is rolling. Clock is not running right now. If they called him down, if they called that a fumble forward and down, the clock should be rolling.
They're going to throw that a forward fumble. The clock should be running.
They have taken 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and that clock has not run. They've placed the ball in the clock.
Rogers called the timeout.
Okay, timeout. All right, let's stay right here, Donnie.
They're ruling that a forward fumble.
Okay, let's stay right here. So Noah Goodshield was running for his life. He was being chased from behind. Donnie, I didn't see the Tiger that was after him, but 81, Rivers Wiseman ran him down, slung him down as he was going down. The ball came out forward. I don't know if they called it a forward fumble. They didn't call it an incomplete pass.
It had to have been a forward fumble because if it was an incomplete pass.
They called it an incomplete pass.
It would be 2nd and 10.
And, Rivers Wiseman takes him down, and, he kind of slings it forward, fumbles forward. But the bad part about that for Bentonville, number one, Rogers recovers it. But number two, the clock stopped when it should have continued to run. We should be probably somewhere inside of 30 seconds right now. So as it stands, it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Rogers is going to have it at their own 43-yard line. Goodshield is going to take the snap. He's dropping back. He's looking deep. No pressure. He's rolling to his right. He's looking to throw, and this time it's
caught.
Complete.
Number 10 caught that.
That
somehow.
is Finley Bunch makes the catch.
Unbelievable.
29 seconds left to go. The ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. And it continues. So he was out of bounds. Clock will stop. It'll start on the snap. Trip receivers to the left. Goodshield. Now he's going to roll to his left. And Goodshield's looking in the end zone. He's got a man, and it is overthrown out of the end zone with 21 seconds left to go in the ball game. It'll be 2nd and 10, 21 seconds. Rogers still has one timeout, Donnie. They have to have a touchdown. And if they get that touchdown, Donnie, then Coach Harbison is going to have a decision to make. Now, in high school overtime, each team gets 4 plays from the 10-yard line. Untimed down from the 10-yard line. But I kind of have a suspicion if Rogers does score, I think they're going to try to go for it and win it. All right. Pressure. Come on, yes! It's a sack! I think is that Rafe Stalls? Rafe Stalls, number 15, came off the edge. Sacks Noah Goodshield, and Rogers will have to use their final timeout. Rogers will have to use their final timeout with 13 seconds left in the ball game. Rafe Stalls, as we've seen him do all year, Donnie, comes off the edge. And if Bentonville's defense can make a stop right here, Donnie, that's got to be the play of the game.
That's right, John. Great pressure, and the outside in, they were able to keep I just went blank on his name.
Noah Goodshield.
Goodshield. They were able to keep Goodshield in the pocket, and Rafe Stalls was able to bring him down for a big loss.
So as we come out of the timeout, it is going to be 3rd down. Let's see, I'm going to call that about 3rd and 22.
And if Bentonville can get another sack, John, that'll end the game because Rogers is out of timeouts. They will not have time to get everybody lined up again for another play. So if you're Rogers here, do you take a short out?
No.
And try to pick up some yardage?
No, I'm telling you what Rogers. They're going to take a shot. They're going to take 2 shots at the end zone, Donnie. They'll hope to extend the game on a pass interference, or maybe get a guy behind the defense. They're taking a shot. Empty set. Rogers has it at the Bentonville 37, and Bentonville now is going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it here. So when we come out of this timeout, it is going to be 3rd and 22 from the Bentonville 37-yard line. 13 seconds on the clock. Donnie, I think Rogers, they're going to take a shot at the end zone. If they don't make it, obviously, they'll take another shot at the end zone. Now, a lot of things. Bentonville, maybe they can get some pressure on him again. His receivers would have to have time to get down to the end zone. So that may allow Bentonville's defense to be able to get some pressure on him again. Who knows? Maybe Bentonville comes up with a big interception. We've seen that over the years. What a great high school football game here in Rogers tonight.
The other thing is, John, if Rogers, even if they pick up the first down, they're out of timeouts, and the clock will start if they get tackled inbounds.
Bentonville playing a lot of people deep, and even the defensive line is backed off 5 yards off the ball. Now, Donnie, they can actually run the ball a little bit, get out of bounds. Goodshield now empty set. And let's see what happens right here. Goodshield, he's looking toward the end zone. And Goodshield is going to be complete at the 30.
If they tackle him
If he tackles him at the 20, out of bounds with 1 second left on the clock.
Down. They're going to have one play, John.
Well, I don't know. Is it? Yeah, they're going to have.
It's 4th down.
He ran out of bounds, so that stops the clock. 1 second to go. Last play of the ball game. Ball's going to be spotted on the 17-yard line of Bentonville. Boy, if they could have just tackled him in bounds, the clock would have expired. That would have been the ball game. Bentonville has to hold one play right here. Bentonville might actually have one timeout left. They might want to take a timeout and talk about what they want to do defensively. Let's see what they do right here. Quad receivers to the right, single receiver into the boundary. Goodshield. You got to watch for Goodshield trying to run it up the middle, Donnie. Here we go. Last play of the game. Goodshield dropping back. He's looking to the end zone now. He's looking to the right. He's being chased. Goodshield fires to the end zone, and
it is incomplete.
Incomplete. Bentonville wins.
Bentonville wins.
Bentonville wins. Whoa.
Bentonville wins.
What a thrilling ball game here in Rogers tonight as the Bentonville Tigers will escape the Mountie Stadium tonight with a 56-49 thriller. Donnie, they used to call this instant classic there in ESPN, and this certainly was. As the Bentonville Tigers, it came down to the last play, and that Tiger defense, which had failed to get a stop throughout most of the second half, they had one play to get a stop right there. They were able to cover it, get it right there. The receiver caught the ball, but out of the end zone, and Bentonville's going to get out of here with a 56-49 victory. And I'll tell you what, Donnie, first of all, I want to say hats off to these Rogers Mounties. We talked about it. This is a different Rogers Mounties team. This is a good football team, and Bentonville was very fortunate tonight to come in here and come away with the victory tonight. But the Tigers did what the Tigers needed to do, and they're going to ride the bus back, victors tonight, to go 4-1 in conference play over the Rogers Mounties.
Well, John, good shield. He just is all the plays he's able to extend. Someone finally came open, but luckily he was pushed out of bounds, not able to get a foot in bounds, and Bentonville's going to escape with the 56-49 victory tonight.
Yeah, play of the ball game, Rafe Stalls with the sack to put Rogers in a position to only have what came out to be 2 plays left. But what a play by number 15, Rafe Stalls. And these Bentonville Tigers have survived tonight, and they can celebrate tonight and start looking forward to next week, which will be senior night back at Tiger Stadium against the Springdale Bulldogs. Well, you see the teams meeting there across the field in midfield, shaking hands, and both these teams showing a lot of respect to each other. Great high school football game tonight, and we are certainly glad you joined us in watching this one. So, listen, that's going to do it for us tonight. But before I go, I want to say thank you again to our student live stream crew, Addison Weinsberg, Catherine Lopez, and Ben Nicoli. They did a great job bringing you all the action here tonight. And for my broadcast partner, Donnie Payne, I'm John McElroy, saying good night to everyone, where the Bentonville Tigers come out on top tonight against the Rogers Mounties, 56-49. We'll see you next week when the Bentonville Tigers take on the Springdale Bulldogs. But for now, so long, everyone.